Jai Hind, hope you are well. So we are having group discussion session as of now. Uh, Usually in SSB, you will be given, you will have two GD, GD1 and GD2. And GD is the group discussion in the first task in the series of GTO. And first you will be given two topics. You have to decide among yourself on which topic you want to have a discussion. Then second time you will not have a choice. But today what we are doing, we are having three GD, all I mean topics, discussion on all three GD topics, and you will not have any choice. I'll be giving other topics to you. I'll be giving you just a 1 or 2 minute time, 1 minute time to contemplate on the topic and all, and then have a meaningful discussion. Please keep in mind, although there is a chances that you might make it a fish market, but try not to make it a discussion that you have while talking to your friend, or maybe well-read discussion. Okay, it should not be the debate or something that you see in news channels. Okay, understood? Chalo. So I think it's been a 4 years, the bifurcation of state of Jammu and Kashmir. And what do you think that what is the benefit that Ladakh had got from the bifurcation or separation from the Jammu and Kashmir? Is it less insurgency, new development projects, or better livelihood? We're giving you time for a 1 minute. You can decide, and then we'll have our discussion.
Gentlemen, I think new development
जो
is one of the biggest points.
आकाश वेट अभी आप डिसाइड थोड़ा देर सोच लो
Sorry.
कंटेम्पलेट कर लो ठीक है क्योंकि आपको मैं चॉइस नहीं दे रहा हूं तो मैं थोड़ी देर सोचने का मौका दे सकता हूं क्लियर है ना
यस सर
चलो लाइफ में कुछ फेयर हो ना गई यहाँ पे मैं फेयर करने की कोशिश करता हूँ हाँ ओके रेडी
सर इफ यू कुड रिपीट द पॉइंट्स लीड्स वन
ओके इज इट लद्दाख में इंसर्जेंसी कम हुई है लेस इंसर्जेंसी better livelihood of the Ladakhi people or more political recognition. You can take this lead also, and development projects in Ladakh. Charanjit, just listen to the discussion, and group one, only group one, those who are participating, GD1 will put on the video. Now you can start.
I feel that Ladakh people have less fear because of the because in this that now Ladakh is coming under the
Recently,
center
we have seen
one,
that
and
the
we can see the
bifurcation
budget
of Jammu and
distribution is now
Kashmir
also good.
has led to various
Gentlemen, I believe that
development
after the
in
abrogation of Article
the
370,
region
that
of
Ladakh
Ladakh.
got the autonomy. So before that, it used to be under the legislative and administration of Jammu and Kashmir Assembly, and much of the representation are not given to the Leh Ladakh people. After the bifurcation, it was administered as the
Exactly,
union
and the budget
territory
is only
and
limited to
directly
the
under the
valley and the
control of
Jammu
central
area.
government.
Allow me
So I
to
believe
answer.
that much of the central
I
schemes
believe that
can
after the
implemented there very
bifurcation of
directly.
Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir, the
Because
project
of the
Definitely, I would like to add one more point in
because of
Deve's
the
point. If we see the budget
bifurcation,
distribution,
the
so it will be
Ladakh
more
has been profited
easily
from
in
it.
the sector.
Got
If we see the budget
its new
distribution is
roads
not very
and
good in
new
the trade and
infrastructure
consumers and
developed
in the
in
economical
and
sector.
around. Therefore, it is only gone to the beneficiaries of Ladakh people.
Also improve the bifurcation from Jammu and Kashmir. We have seen that more and more travel and tourism has increased in the state because of the upcoming projects by the
Recently,
government.
we have also
So
seen
new
that
And
Ladakh
also
development.
has
the budget
got a
allotted to
rise
Leh
in the
Ladakh is very less due to the
construction of
population of
its
Leh Ladakh.
road.
So
And
after the
As Akash had
bifurcation,
mentioned
Leh
about
Ladakh
the
is
tourism
less
sector, we know that
burdened and
Ladakh
can
roads are
we
known
can
as to be a
see that in
5x7.
recent times,
And after
our Home
application of
Minister
Article
has also
370,
inaugurated
Ladakh is
various road
allocated with
projects
separate
that has led
budget
to
for that. And it can
significant
directly be
development in Ladakh
implemented because
region.
most of the economy of
So
Ladakh is
Ladakh
only
is
dependent
now
on
going
tourism.
as a UT.
exactly.
So it is under the control of the central government, and now central government can use the
So
budget
that's
as
why
a
also one
in a
of the
more
reason is ki, the
expanded manner to develop the tourism there.
transport availabilities in the region also. So that also makes
Absolutely,
Absolutely,
the
as
absolutely.
Gaurav
The,
added,
the
that
Ladakh is not
the
centrally controlled.
infrastructure and the
There
road
are
structure of Ladakh has increased
it faces
definitely,
many problems
because
in their
when the
development
Ladakh was
area.
declared as autonomous state, the infrastructure and development projects of Ladakh were increased rapidly, and various roads were added by our Home Minister and announced.
Gentlemen, I believe that
Yes,
after the
yes.
Now the
abrogation, we
mistakes
have
also
seen that
taken.
Ladakh
So
got the
we can
anonymity
basically
and
say that the
much of the
publicity
development projects
of
are
the
being
Indian pass like
bringed into the state.
market access for the
We
people.
recently see
Now
that
increased
a
in the
new university,
Ladakh.
central university, first time there is a central university opened in Ladakh. So after the abrogation and separation of Ladakh, there is a first time
And
central
one more thing,
university
like the
created in
market
Ladakh.
access
So
for the
Exactly,
that
people
is
like
exactly.
very
that
good.
There is a
connectivity
dream
of
of
the all the
sustainable
passes
lifestyle in
there.
the Leh Ladakh area. But
So
due
we
to
have
the
also
resource
seen
constraint,
because
the
of the
sustainability
bifurcation
cannot be
only, we have
promoted in
seen
that
that
area. But after
Ladakh
the
got much
abrogation of
more
path
Yes,
way
significant
as
may be
importance
Gaurav
after
said
restricted.
that
Indian banks
this is
due to
reported
Reduced
recently
resource
that
constraints,
it was
Ladakh wouldn't be
reduced by
developed. As we can see
there
in
was
recent
not more
times, various
the
programs like
attraction of people
Jule Ladakh
about the
have
Ladakh
Recently,
been
there
also
is a
the
introduced
case
by
that
Indian Navy too.
Amarnath has
only
got
So
ideas
they can
about
also add to
taking
the
pilgrims over there.
touristic area of Ladakh.
This is open to all, and the to Ladakh region
One more
got
thing, if we see
various
that Ladakh
pilgrims
is
because
basically
the region
having
is
the
open to
rich in
all India,
natural
and now
resources,
people are
as well
not
as we can see that Ladakh is
fearful
basically
about
having
the
the
conditions in
highest solar
Ladakh.
radiation and the geothermal energy, and then the tourist industry is also cherishing by the
also
government
Ladakh
Recently,
and
as
we
development
seen
projects
that
there.
in
the largest union
in the
territory,
case
we have
of
seen
Amarnath
it
Shrine Board
requires
has
the biggest
also
investment.
shared the information about the pilgrims
They have raised the hand.
which were had a hike in the region of Ladakh. So
They
development
have
has
raised the
taken
hand.
an another level from there.
इतना भी वो मतलब इतना भी नहीं खोना है, ठीक है। जो GD1 में पार्टिसिपेट करे, मैंने टाइमर रोक दिया है। आप सभी जिनकी वीडियो ऑन नहीं है ना, उनके पॉइंट्स मेरे को नोटिस करने में थोड़े से दिक्कत हो रहे हैं, तो प्लीज आपकी वीडियो ऑन रहेगी। ऋतिक, राहुल, आकाश, आफ्ताब, आ,
सर आउटसाइड होने की वजह से
नहीं, ठीक है, तुम्हारा आवाज आ
वीडियो
रहा है, यू कैन कंटिन्यू। ऋतिक, राहुल, Akash, and all those who
Yes,
are
sir.
participating. This is the last time, other than Aftab. Uh,
So
तो
also there is echo from the backside of someone.
तो ये ध्यान रखना, म्यूट कर लिया करना बोल के, ठीक है। चलो, ओके, रीस्टार्ट।
Okay,
If we
gentlemen,
see
we have
Ladakh,
seen
as
that
you told, already
So,
after the abrogation of
as we were discussing
1970,
about
this is where
economic
now the
infrastructure
government
of
can
Ladakh,
also
as
focus
you can
more
see,
on
various
education
programs
and
have been
agriculture. So
outpicked
even
by
Ladakh
Indian
is
Navy
trying
too,
to
such as
take
Jule
Gentlemen,
Ladakh,
and
I think
increased
let us put
awareness
our point
about
one by one.
Ladakhi
We have
state.
ample amount of time. Let's carry forward one by one the discussion. Let us take the
No,
first
section we
person who
can
wants to
continue.
add.
Section we can continue.
so, gentlemen, I
Yeah.
think Ladakh being the largest union territory needs the largest amount of infrastructure management in current scenario, and we have seen that government is trying their best by implementing the highest roadways. We have seen about 19,000 feet they have created a roadway which will not only provide the tourism but also the facilities to the defense.
Also, the government has recently bring the
Let's
development
start the
project of
activities.
rebuilding the
Let's
Khardungla
start
Pass,
the
which
adventure
connects the
activities
Nubra Valley and
in the area.
provides better
To know
connectivity to
the
people.
things
So I
development
believe
happening
that
there,
much of the
we can go
development
there and
projects
enjoy the
in the
provides
region
activities.
also.
people much more assistance.
Because developing
Absolutely.
and,
Adding
and
to this, I
recently
would
our
like to
government
say
also
that recently program ne Jule Ladakh has been introduced by Indian Navy to increase the awareness
Definitely, the
about
new
local Ladakis.
definitely the region of
and with
Yes.
this
Ladakh
even we can see
has been
that
liberated, and
the recent
now
government also
it
opened
is
the
now
geothermal power
open
plant
for
having a
new area,
capacity
and
6000
there is
megawatt
less.
energy. So we can see that there is a basically
Also, gentlemen,
even one
Also, I
geothermal
would
power
like to
plant
add
of
about one
6000
more sentence.
megawatt
Scheme
also
Leh
opened in
Ladakh
the
is a
Ladakh
part of
region.
Buddhist
there is a
circuit, so
huge
most of the
impact
region is
in
belongs to
the
the Buddhist
tourism of the
people.
Ladakh,
So
which will
recently, central
And
government has
Ladakhis can also
includes Ladakh
preserve
into the
their
Buddhist
culture.
circuit.
in the roadways to this help. This helps the
advantage individually as a state in front of whole country, and it would also
And for
promote
these
tourism as
for
well
these
as their
representations, we
culture,
need better
cuisine as
I
well
think
as
we are
infrastructure
forgetting the
which is
important part,
provided
that
by the
is youth
government in
of
the
the
current
Jammu and
scenario.
Kashmir. We should focus on that youth of the Jammu Kashmir also being trained, like the skill activity going on over there. It's not just about the development over there. That is overall
Gentlemen,
development is
agreeing
going
to
on.
all of your point, for all these
Scholarship
aspects,
is
we need to
provided by
better
the central
development is what
universities
government is
in
doing.
I would
other
like
We
to
have
add
states.
a
also
point
seen
here
The
in the
that
Ladakh
case
is the
of
same.
recently
Pangong
And truly
project,
Manoj
Ladakh is a
as
Rainbow
very
we
has
great
know,
example.
also
Its
in the
life
in
system, as you
edit
already
in the
mentioned.
And the
case of
important
NCC
part is
Manoj
stone
Rainbow has
piloting is
also
actually
said that
in
increasing,
there
like
is
any
a
we
large
have
any
seen that
increase in
experiment
the
stone
from a
pilgrims
traveling into
piloting is going
Ladakh,
on
who
over
it
there.
were
means
Like
not
the
only
on
the
the
increase
flight
in
to
pilgrims, but
security
also
because
the
forces
they have
has
foreign
seen the
visitors.
developed the
very high
situation over
rate
there,
of
that is
Gentlemen, what I believe
pilgrims.
that the
local
So
separation
tourism
of
is
Leh
definitely
Ladakh is just because
the
because
region
of its
has
development
got high
factor.
in pilgrims,
When it
yes,
and
was with the
definitely there
Jammu
is
and
a
Kashmir,
development
much
going
of
on
the
over there.
taxation is not given to the Jammu and Kashmir. But since Leh
Yes,
Ladakh
and we
is
can
a
see the effect that there
independent
is a
right now
sports
side, they
something and
can
other
take their
activities like the
taxes and
temple.
utilize their
Exactly,
land.
my point is
And I
that
believe that Leh Ladakh is moreover focusing on the development of new projects.
Yes, as Leh Ladakh has been an autonomous territory right now, so it can
I
because of
think the
avail of
becoming
important part
many
is that,
independent.
opportunities
like
like
the
various government
holidays,
schemes
militancy
under
has
which many
reduced.
new
We
roads and
can
projects
see
would be undertaken by BRO and which would give
Atal Tunnel
rise
can be
to
the very great
also
example of
reduced
that,
opportunity
like
youth
connecting
of
Ladakh
the
to Leh
public.
area,
decrease as compared to
provide
earlier
direct
days.
access to
Like
the
we used to see
Friends,
there was a
according to
militancy
me,
going on.
tourists also.
Now
with
the
the
militancy has
bifurcation of
decreased.
Ladakh and Jammu Kashmir, it will also reduce the insurgency.
Also, I would like to add that if we look at the terrain of Leh Ladakh, it is a very mountainous terrain and it is in the Karakoram range. So we have seen that recently Jio has implemented the laser internet technology there. So Li-Fi is implemented there. So it is a part of new development project
Also,
there.
Also
So
yeah,
I
agreeing to
believe
that,
that the
right
future
now
of
the
Leh Ladakh
yes,
Yes,
is
Mr.
required
for
development.
development development, it will also provide the
Provide
best
better
opportunities
opportunities of
that
employment
government is
in the whole
going to
area, and
provide the
it will also
infrastructure
get the
based
state
on
development project as well.
the
I think
Yes, these small
I
gestures
think
by
Ladakh
various
does not need
uh,
any development. It
economic
needs
bodies can give rise to
just
opportunistic
like they
ideas
have
in youth there,
faced.
which should
Yes,
increase
we need to
various career
save the
opportunities for the youth
cultural
in Ladakh
inheritance of the
and would
Ladakh. That's
decrease
why there was a
insurgency
division between Jammu and
activities there
Kashmir and
for them.
Ladakh, and that's the utmost
Yes,
priority of
friends,
the
I am
nation. That
agreeing with
does not
Gentlemen, I would
become a
like to
Participant.
add
country.
that Ladakh generates most of its income from tourism sector. And right now we have
Yeah,
seen that as
for
a part of project development, UPI technology and UPI scanners and other fintech technology is implemented there. So
Yes,
Ladakh is
Divesh.
also we
right
have
now
seen
digitizing
that
itself.
I think
after
Devisai,
the bifurcation
Definitely.
from Jammu and Kashmir, more and more people are able to contribute in Manrega schemes, so that the citizens are getting labor facilities in the so that they
Yes,
are getting
gentlemen,
Yes, as in the
Exactly.
previous
As a part of
yes,
Indian
state
dominance and
programs,
Indian military
youth of the
dominance, we have
Ladakh
seen
can get
recently
trained
the
and get
Zojila tunnel is
educated
being
to
constructed
further
in
upcoming
nearby
job
the
and career
Zojila Pass, which
opportunities.
connects direct Kashmir to Leh Ladakh, which is also a development project.
that is why it has become very easy for armed forces to go from one place to another place, which has cut out the time consumption of because of the
Carry
yes,
forward
transportation.
friends,
in your
I
This
am
has
point that
also
also
project development or more development projects will secure the
aims
Leh
that
Ladakh. I
it
think.
will
I believe that.
also provide the
It
better administration system in the both the states, and after that, better administration will also reduce the less
again to the point
insurgency
of
as
which
well.
we have seen, because of these development projects only, we have seen in the case of Pangok, so that Indian forces were so much fastly developed and so much fastly promoted to the Pangong so Lake that the Chinese side was not able to counter the forces. This shows the impact of infrastructure only, that the country is able to provide better and better ways to the forces.
and also, gentlemen,
The
recently the
bifurcation
Airport
is
Authority
also
of India is
another
going to construct a
aspect
new runway
significant
there
point. The Leh
because we have
Ladakhis
seen that
and the
the
Jammu
current
Kashmir people. So
capacity
it,
of their
it
runway is
motivates
not
them
up to
more
the mark and
to pursue
more and
their
more
own
tourists are
interests
going
and
there.
to
So recently, Airport
serve the
Authority is going
interests
to
of the
construct
state.
a new runway there.
Also we have
Yes, not
seen
only airport authority, but BRO also has pledged to undertake various road projects to ensure a better connectivity to Ladakh region so that
and
local tourism and forces can ensure a
local people,
smooth
and this,
travel there.
as we have seen that Ladakh is provided with hot water springs. This helps in the electricity development, and this
so
will
gentlemen,
eventually
I
help
would
local
like to
citizens. So
conclude this.
development is
We
eventually
have
helps
discussed this
not only
point
the
Ritik to
before,
add a
development
like
point.
of
the government. Yeah,
Let him add a point. Ritik wants to add a point.
I just don't want to add the point. I just want to rehearse this, that we have to actually move on from this. Like we have included the rail connectivity, road connectivity, health and education, tourism, and everything. we need to move on to the second part, that is youth and sports. I think to discuss on that too.
Yes, the
Yeah,
ice
for
hockey,
that,
hockey team of the
Devesh
Leh
has
Ladakh is
already
very
added a
famous.
point that
It has also
recently
won
we have
medals in
witnessed
past.
open in some university or some educational institution there.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it will
First central
provide
Exactly.
this
university is open
Regarding
there.
the highest skiing
employment
So
over there,
that
like.
people earlier used to go to the Jammu
which
University
had
or Srinagar
which
University. Right now, Leh
which
Ladakh
has
University is
also
being
opened up
constructed, and students
opportunities
are getting
for
technical knowledge there.
students who are living in the Ladakh
But
region also. So that also
And
have
right now, government is
given
moreover
contribution for the
focusing
development.
developing Ladakh as a tourism spot because it is a cold desert area.
Yeah, even
Not much
before
of
the
farming is
application of
And
available
there are
there.
NCC,
very
the
few
Ladakh is
motivational
named
Apart
as
yes,
the
it
Due
is
to
still
destination
the
where
it is
autonomous
still
there is
accepted.
that
Ladakh
like
is
is
good,
what
sea
Leh
India
level
Ladakh
third
overall
peak
represents.
category
higher
thing.
venue.
Now the
there.
Ladakh is
Uh,
If we
became
are
used
not
there, but
and
right
peak
now
sun
more
which is known as peakathon.
throughout the
Right now, the
country for
people
the
are
Ladakh
processing
region,
it and transporting it to other states as well as it is recognized at international level. So right now, much and much
Also, we have
development
seen in the
projects are going
recent
on.
days
yes,
that
yes.
Factories
we
are
Actually,
being
found
set up there.
BPM
increase
results
the
in
connectivity between
on the
one of
point
the
of view of
recent
like
highest
sport
that
as
was the
given by
Ladakh.
Pawan
And we
Maurya,
have
I would
seen
like
that
to
the
say that
development is very good.
peoples of
So
Ladakh are
there are
very
number
interested
of
in football,
teams or number
the
of
better
and
universities
livelihood of
there is a
the
high
people
scope
we are not able
people.
to
of people
catch.
They may
And
get
getting
employment in
development of
that
these
getting
itself.
teams
in
will be able to get
national
those
levels because there
benefits
are
also.
very potential players out there.
See, before the
Also,
There are
Ladakh
application,
various
is
it
potential
is like
players out
it is
there in
blessed with
Ladakh
basically very
for
sun
various
football.
rays.
people were not able
So
to
at
use their
any point
fundamental
of year,
rights
it
in
is
a
a
more
cold
beneficial
desert.
manner.
The icing
Now,
is
having
not
the direct
present there.
support of the central government,
We
young
can
people are
harness much
using
of
their fundamental rights in a
solar
more
powers from
beneficial
there.
manner.
And right now, government is planning to build a solar plant over there, which can
Yes,
contribute
that
to
was the
India's
recent news.
economy
Yeah,
as well as
definitely I
provide
agree.
power to Ladakh's
Not
economy.
only the
Not just
local
solar
level,
power
also to
plants,
the
we have
army,
seen
they
that
are
government is
actually
providing
providing the
dam
solar
facilities
shelters
also
over there.
as
That is
the
the
Ladakh
greatest
is
news, I
rich with
think
water
it has been.
facilities and rivers. So the government is trying to produce more and more electricity using the dams facility, which we can enrich from the Ladakh region. By the facilities which was provided to Pakistan, 20% was water which we were not using. The government is trying to provide that much projects to the Ladakh so that electricity is developed in the union territory.
Yeah,
Exactly,
definitely.
and
Indus
I
River
think
is a
the
great
focus on
evidence
the
for
militancy
for
part,
that, and Indus Rivers is
the
providing
militancy
various
part has also been
things
increased there,
for
and
that.
there are specific reason behind it. Now we should move on
Definitely,
to the
there is a
next
high
part, that is
scope of
militancy part.
infrastructure
Tell
connected
me.
with the Indus River, where Akash has mentioned that there is an Indus River, and we can make use of the electricity and water resources, and can produce some electricity or like that.
Gentlemen, I
Also, we
also
have
believe
seen that
that
recently
by the
C-130
bifurcation
Harpreet was
of Leh
landed in
Ladakh,
the Jammu and
let
Kashmir
me,
region,
Akash, let
which
me add
showed
this point.
that better
After the
infrastructure will
bifurcation of Leh
increase
Ladakh,
not
I
only
believe
in
that
the
the representation of the
facilities
people
for
also
village,
increased.
but also
Once the
improve the
delimitation
tourism
commission
infrastructure in the union
creates the
territory,
new
which will
boundaries, the
impact both.
representation of people at central level also increase, and moreover, development projects will start into the Leh Ladakh
Yes,
area.
and the Panchayat Raj system is
Yes,
also been increased, implemented over there again after so many years. We have seen that recently.
sir. Raise.
Chalo, well, I mean, overall, it was a good GD, isn't it? Was it or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Chalo. Okay, candidate, those who are part of GD2, please put on a video. Rest of you are in this case, make sure that other than I think Mansi, are you part of GD2?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Mansi could be exception.
Sir, I can switch on the video now.
Okay, okay. So put on your video.
Yes.
Those who are part of GD2, Charanjit, you can also participate. Or this is the first and last warning to you. Whenever link is shared, try to join within 10 to 15 minutes. Because once you are part of the class, I'll not going to treat any candidate differently. Be it I mean, why girl or recommended or not. तो ये ज्वाइन कर लिया करो थोड़ा सा, ठीक है? और मेरे को लिटरली कुछ कैंडिडेट्स हैं, आपको पता है, मैं बोल रहा हूँ, तो मेरे को पनिशमेंट देने का मन नहीं रहता है कि मैं आपके कारण कभी कभी ना मेरे को सबको छोड़ना पड़ जाता है, तो डोंट लेट मी डाउन. ओके, those who are part of GD2 only put on a video. Those who I think rest of you are not part of. How many of you are part of? Just raise your hand. GD2. Subham, Ritik, Harsh. Your video is not on. Please put on your video. Subham, Ritik, Harsh.
Sir, I have
बोलना कुछ नहीं है.
net
Okay, Ritik could be exception. चलो, ठीक है. Okay, lower your hand. Okay. एक स्कैन से अन्वय बंद कर लेना, आप बोलना बंद कर लेना, ठीक है? ओके. Who is this candidate? Devesh, ध्यान दो. I'm giving you topics. I'll not have मतलब देख चलो. Okay, let's see. This is currently a issue is going on, as most of you are aware, in southern part of our country. So it is somewhat related to the current news, environmental news, or I mean national news, national issues. Water bodies in India are depleting day by day. What, according to you, is the most significant reason behind this problem? Is it rapid industrialization, increasing population, lack of water harvesting measures in the country? We will not start the discussion. Think for a while, just a 1 minute time, and have a meaningful discussion like you almost did in the GD1.
Sir, can you repeat the points, please?
आकाश ध्यान से सुना करो. रैपिड इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन, इंक्रीजिंग पॉपुलेशन, लैक ऑफ वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग मेजर्स इन द कंट्री. मैं टॉपिक फिर से रिपीट कर दे रहा हूँ. वाटर बॉडीज इन इंडिया आर डिप्लेटिंग डे बाय डे. व्हाट, अकॉर्डिंग टू यू, द मोस्ट सिग्निफिकेंट रीजन बिहाइंड दिस प्रॉब्लम? देवेश, रैपिड इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन म्यूट कर लेना जब इधर उधर कुछ कर रहे हो. रैपिड इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन, इंक्रीजिंग पॉपुलेशन, लैक ऑफ वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग मेजर्स इन द कंट्री. ओके, 30 सेकेंड लेफ्ट. 30 सेकेंड नहीं, ऐसे ही बस टाइम दे रहा हूँ कि थोड़ा देर आप सोच लो. And candidate, if I forget, those who are part of the session and those who are watching the recording, uh, especially if you are a student, what you have to do, you have to give me in writing on these three topics, or your opinion on whatever you have learned or got from others point of view also. आप दूसरे के point of view से भी जो सीखे हैं, सुने हैं, उन सारे point को आप सुनोगे, करोगे, उसके बाद खुद से आप कोशिश करोगे कि हर एक टॉपिक पे एक पेज में एटलीस्ट आप लिख के भेजो. ठीक है, समवेयर अराउंड 100 and 150 वर्ड्स आप लिख के भेजोगे. ये सभी के लिए, ठीक है. राइट नाउ 25 स्टूडेंट्स आर हियर. बाय एंड ऑफ, आई थिंक टुडे इज 11th, बाय एंड ऑफ, नॉट बाय एंड ऑफ द 13th के शाम तक, 13 अक्टूबर के शाम तक, 6 बजे 7 बजे तक मेरे को लिखा हुआ चाहिए. जिसका
Excuse me,
लेट
sir.
रहे. यस.
सर वो थोड़ा कनेक्शन पता नहीं क्या हुआ था सर, तो दूसरे फोन से कनेक्ट किया तो अभी सुन नहीं पाया मैं आपको. आप रिपीट कर सकते हैं?
मैं लास्ट में भी रिपीट कर दूंगा. जो जीडी हो रहा है उस पर लिख के भी भेजना है आप सभी को. चलो, ओके, यू कैन स्टार्ट.
So, gentlemen, what I think that the major reason could be rapid industrialization why water bodies are depleting. Because we all know the Kaveri dispute between Karnataka and the state of Tamil Nadu.
Blind population of India to use their minds to harvest water. We can spread awareness all over the country.
I totally agree with Charanjit. If we have used
because this is what we
exactly, if we have used modern ways to for rainwater harvesting, we could have saved the life of people as well as remove this issue of water scarcity.
I feel
Recently,
that it is also
our
because
topic
of
is
the
mainly
increasing
about the
population.
Kaveri
Because
issue, which is
people are
right now
using
going on.
resources.
Gentlemen, I would like to add a
like
point
Judgment
over
given by
the
the
water
Supreme Court,
harvesting is
two
that
states are
as the
fighting over the
recent
water
the
divide. So
industrialization
there are
has
two dams
developed, but the
available over
water
Kaveri River.
harvesting
That is the
measures
KRS
and the
dam and
technology has
Kuturi
stood at
dam.
the
So even after
conventional
that,
stages
the
like the
water
making
is not
pond and all.
available to the
But
lower
recently,
terrain states.
recently
That is
what
the
has
Chennai.
happened that
And Chennai houses
more
much of
there is
the
a
manufacturing sector. So I believe that if modern technology of rainwater harvesting is implemented in both of the states, this issue could have been solved.
Yes, adding to
exactly,
that, I
and
would like
actually
to
second
add
I
on
would
that
like to add a point over the
that there
water
is an increase
harvesting
in the
is that
population
the modern
and
technology
people
has
are
started,
using
but the
resources
water
like
harvesting
electricity
sector
without
is
having
still
this
at the
like knowledge
conventional
of that.
stage or
Also,
the infant stage
also
only.
adding on to that,
But as there is no water harvesting over
देखो
I
आराम
would
से
like to
बोलना.
add a point here
जस्ट
as
जस्ट सुनो ना, सुनो जो बता रहा हूँ अभिनम. आप सभी, मैं समझ रहा हूँ कि टॉपिक थोड़ा सा इजी, आप सभी रिलेट कर पा रहे हो. कोशिश करो सुन के बोलो. मैं लिटरली बता रहा हूँ, जो सुन के बोल पाता है, ठीक है, द कैंडिडेट who is active listener will be able to score more point in group discussion. Trust me on this. तो अपने पॉइंट से नहीं बोलो, सुनो, थोड़ा सा टाइम दो, लगभग मैं 12 से 15 मिनट टाइम दे रहा हूँ, अच्छा खासा आप लगभग सभी लोग लगभग 90 सेकंड के पास में बोल पाओगे, ठीक है, ऑन एवरेज अच्छे से कर पाओगे, ठीक है, स्टार्ट करो फिर से, मतलब
So,
As we
as
all
we
know
all
that
know that
Bangalore being the IT hub, there are many industries over there. So the industrial waste is not managed. It's directly dumped down into the rivers and water oceans. So it not affect only the aquatic life, but also the level of the water depletion is too much,
agree with
and
the
it is become toxic
Abhinav's
for the
point.
intake of human beings.
It also affects the
Relating to the
groundwater.
point of Abhinav, I would say if we like give the example of Punjab, we can say that the water table has been reducing like day by day, air on air basis. So it is mainly because of the people that are using the like there is not
Adding the
proper
point to the
usage of the
Mansi, I would
resources
like
they
to
are
add the
getting.
wasting of
To
water is
add to
there, but the
Mansi,
water
the
harvesting is the
reason for the
minimum.
decreasing water
If we
table
add
is
the
that
water
there
and
is
water
not enough
recycle and
rainwater
water
harvesting
management
system
over
there.
the period of time and to
So
So
make
if we look at the
and to
directly
example
it
recycle
Gentlemen,
of
the
will
I
waste
go
think
India,
that
over
the
the
main
water
if
to
reason
we
of
reduce
add
water
it
the
harvesting
so
Kaveri
is
we
River
can
because
make a
from
as
water
water
Gopalpur
usable
harvesting
to
in the
things
Tamil
most of
Nadu
the
and
reserves
cases
available
to
in the
Karnataka,
avoid the
India.
and
wastage.
right
So if
now
we
As
take
we
the
have seen
example,
that in Israel,
as
we
if
can
we take the
giving
example on
giving
the
the
state
example of
basis,
Israel,
then we
we
can
have
see
seen
there is
that
only one river
Israel
dam
is
is
a
available
water
in the whole
water
Punjab,
taking
which is
state,
Bangla Nagar
but
dam,
it
which
recycles
provides
the
most of
water
the water,
by using the water
which
technique and
provide most
the
of the
filter
water to the
which
agriculture
produces
sectors of
and
the whole
recycle it
Punjab.
and gives
And
out to the public, and there is no water,
As
and
also it
still
gentlemen,
there is
I
an
would
also
like to
affects
add a
the
point
agriculture
that
Kaveri
sector
India
River
and
is
in
China
flowing
Israel.
houses the
So we
groundwater
can take
maximum
the
population all over the
so we
world.
can
That
take
is
the
because
lessons from
India and
the
China are
Israel
not water
to
deficient countries.
harvest the water
Let
agriculture
me
and
add a
and
point.
industrial
to
that
recycle the
use
After
water
that, you
of
can
in the
continue.
most
groundwater
efficient way.
groundwater often
right now.
often
The
use
dam
Shailesh, let
Kaveri
me add
River
a
water
is
is
point.
also
see they are
used in
So
under
our
India and
country.
China are
I
first
believe
underdevelopment
that
level,
populous
and
whenever
right
country
now
because
the
industries
we
are
are
water we
used
have
we are
under
not
to
deficient of
filtered
water.
work
We
harvesting
are
system
towards
in
deficient
our
of
more
water
country,
water
because
which is
it is not
harvesting.
under
properly
That
cultivation
utilized.
is
is that
Because
what
of
we
really
need
it
to
is not
urbanization
install
and less
on
small
towards
rainwater
small
harvesting, we are
water
deficient of
harvesting
water.
technique inside every house, which will enable us to conserve water in not only in our country but at our homes itself,
Exactly. If this
which
rainwater
will be very
harvesting is
helpful.
implemented at the ground level, we could have saved more water and
We can also say that
provided it
एक
to much
boond
of
की
the
सर में तो फर्क
population.
पड़ता है. So I would say
People are
that
waiting for the central government
Gentlemen,
or
I
state
would like
government
to
to
add a
implement the
point over the
rainwater
water
harvesting.
but if we
It
are
can
harvesting
be
having
done
that
at
the
most of the
as
states.
there is no
rainwater
harvesting machine or no
harvesting
water
technique
harvest
they're going to
harvesting
use
plan
well.
over
They're
the
going to use the
buildings.
organic
So that if we make the plan over the water harvesting, so we can count we can
because due
collect
to
the water
climate change,
from the
India has
rain
seen a
over
ninth
the
of the
buildings
list
to
of
store
We
in the
can
pollution
ground
also
and to
work
area.
reuse
towards
it.
the waste that is coming out of the industries, and we can process
Okay,
it
friends,
before
we can
dumping
say
it down into
since
the
I am
water.
coming from
I
Haryana
believe that
and it
that
is
will
a
Definitely,
also
we
water
have
help
to
us in
agricultural
declare with
state.
the
improving our
sustainable
fresh
development
water
goals
level.
so that
Which
the
will
State
be
pollution is
there
less
is
in
a
and
all
the
in
hot
water
all.
is
We
spot
can
available
also
for
in
us.
terms
try
of
that wherever we are
relevant
talking about
in the
we can also
agricultural
work
sector
towards
in
the
the
effluent for the
so
further
we can do
processes
that
in
by
industries.
by,
Most of the
by using the
industries are
modern
not using that
technologies such
water
as
for
we
the
are
further
using
process.
so
They
those
directly
technologies
dump into the
And
river
even
for
today,
small
many
water.
industries are
by
being made
using
for
the
that. Many
we are using
forests
those
are being cut,
technology with the
which
help of
which
the
which has been reduced
such as
in the
countries
area.
like Israel
Now
I would
as
like
well
to
we
add
have
that
the
rainwater
remote
harvesting not
harvesting.
only limits
With
to
the
the
government as
technological
well.
development, it also depends upon the agricultural practices. If we could have changed our agricultural pattern, we could have saved more water. In the southern part of India, we have
Yes,
seen, let me complete my
definitely.
point.
to the
In the
point
southern part of
point to the
India,
agriculture, I would also like to
crop is much
highlight
limited.
point
In
over
other places,
cluster
I would say
cluster
having
development
no
of the
millets over that
industries
region,
like
then
Bangalore,
we could save more water.
Mumbai, and Chennai.
Israel as
There's
well
a
as
cluster
US is
development
sector as
from
well.
at the
in the
part of
climate change,
groundwater
we can
is
also see
minimum
that
and
most
at
of
the
the
other part
nations
of
are
the
also
groundwater is maximum. So if we add the water harvesting in the clustered buildings or the cluster colonies, we can
Adding to
use the
your
water
point,
and the water
adding to
if
your point,
even
I
if the
believe that we can
groundwater
also
level
spread
is at
awareness
the minimum,
to the
harvesting and
ever-increasing
recycling the
population of our
water
country,
at
which
that
will
level
help
at
not
that
only
groundwater can increase the water and
decrease
can
the
keep
Example
the
of
water
steel
depletion
sector
levels,
steel
much
industry
more
part
river.
of
as
cleaning
well,
the
and we
water
should
and
implement
how
the
to
high
maintain
solar
it.
We
power
should
and wind
implement the
powers over
rules and
there.
regulations so that
Water
we can
levels,
control
fresh
the
water
water
levels.
consumption of
Also, we
any
can not
industry.
only
I
conserve the
feel that
fresh
adding
water levels
effluents
which
to
are
the
present in
water
the
is
river,
also like
we can also
reducing
work
marine
towards
life
saving
and
the
also
water
the
such
resources
that
that
we are
could be
getting
used
through
by the people
rainfall.
of India or the nation
As
for the
Chiranjit
marine.
mentioned
Yes.
about spreading
And
awareness, we
adding
could
to the
have
Mansi point,
also act
we can also
as
use
far
the
as the
river interlinking
central government
projects,
implemented the
which we
toilet
are
building
lacking
scheme.
in
We could
that.
have
Due to lack of
encouraged people
governance and
and
lack of
provide
Yes, we
funding
should
to
monetary
also
provide
work
government
toward
support.
the
tanks in
water
their
treatment
houses.
Interlinking
so
of
that we
river can
can
solve
use the
majority of
wastage
our
of the
issues
water and we
of
can
getting
conserve
water
the
from
water
river.
and you can reuse the water.
Gentlemen, we have seen in the mall is that the that air container is attached to the tap on the mall and the other high tech buildings to save water, as the air and the water as can mix up and to make the more foam and use and reuse the water at the less quantity to save more water. We can use
Adding
in
to
the
the
other
adding
high
to
tech building
adding to Anvesh,
So
we can see
and to
that
make the
we can
according to your
upcoming
point, I believe that we
buildings
can
water
to
also
save
harvesting
more
import
water
process
and the water
by
harvesting
having
what
could
the
be at the
is
higher level.
having the
implemented in
proper
China. We can learn from other developed countries to conserve water because they used the already used water and use those used water somewhere which is not where the water
Yes, I
the
agree
water
with
is not
Chiranjeev.
being
We
used.
can
Scandinavian
use
countries
So
are
I
the
water
best
believe
treatment
that
example for that.
can
technology
be a very
so
good
that we can
technique
reuse that
in
water. We
terms
can
of
give
education
that
level
water to the
or in
plants.
terms of working on the depletion level.
I totally agree
Also,
with
we could
Charanjit.
have
What I think is
used
that the
the
industries
international
are important
platform.
for
We
a
could have
nation
declared
as
much
it
of the
boosts our
wetlands
economy,
as
but
Ramsar
it
sites so
should
that
not
it
hamper
cannot
our
be used
natural
for
resources.
Yes, we
industrial
should.
So,
scale.
agreeing with what Charanjit said, there should be proper treatment plants so that the water which is being discarded or being
Yes, I
depleted
agree
through
with
the
Abhinav here,
industries,
and we should
we should
also
have more
go with the
treatment plants so that the water is being recycled again and again. And before dumping the waste directly into the water, there should be proper sequence to
Exactly.
be
We can
followed.
import this technology from Israel.
And
Israel
we can
always
do
depended or
organic
recycle
farming over
its
there,
water
increase
from
the
recycle
groundwater
plants.
level over
We
there.
could have
We
imported
can
this
improve the
technology and
water
implement
level
yes.
in
of the
South
Apart
in
from
Gentlemen,
that,
soil
I
we
would
can
in
also
water
like to
around
add
the
a
increase our
point over
knowledge
that
so
how we
that
Also,
can
the
one
use
of the
water
how we
major
can
point
consumption
that was
give the
can
highlighted
water
in
reduce
at the water
G20 was
deficient
regarding the
also
areas.
climate
focus on
change.
As
air
we
So
have
I feel
pollution.
seen,
the
the
We
climate
will
government
change
is
is
reduce our
also
also
making
climate
the
adding
channel
changing
linking
to the
we
of the
will
different
scarcity
focus
or
rivers.
the
As we
and the
have
in
like
seen in the
another
Madhya
particular
Pradesh
sustainable
also,
also
development
that
goals
depletion of the
different
water
2024 that
resources
we
which
channels
are
have
there
and
in our
the
mentioned.
rivers
country.
are linking by the channels. So we can
And
use
Apart
also,
this
from it, I would
channels
like
by
to
the
add
I
a
in
think
the
point that
different
the
areas
research
to
for
institute
every
should
harvest
also
department
water
be
discussion.
and
So
given
overall,
powers to do
to give the
research work.
water to the
Recently, we have
water
seen that
deficient
Kanpur
areas
have
to
developed a
save water,
technology which could have
save
done the
water
cloud
Even
as
we
seeding.
do
other
So
not
than
this technology
to
can be
dumping
used
in
to
the
we're
provide
able to
artificial
use
raining
that
and provide
water
water in the
and the
water
salt
scarce
at
areas.
areas.
washrooms itself. I believe that salt water can be treated and used in our washrooms for so
Yes,
that
we
it can be
can
used for
develop
cleanliness
salination
purposes.
plants so that we can reuse that
Adding
That
to
can
water.
be
the
used
Apart
adding to
from
the
that,
point of
to work
see
on
Charanjit,
our
the
as
example of
depletion.
central
Japan is
government.
using the
When they
harvesting
recognize
water
the
harvesting
wastewater
water
management,
usability by
they
the
are
water
creating
tank,
the
we can
channel
use
making to
use in
rivers
a
and
flush
our
also.
13
So
districts of
it has been
UP as well
practically
as
implemented
MP,
by the
which
Japan
should
that
help irrigation
So
of that
it is
particular
the water
area. So
seeding.
channel making will
Cloud
also
seeding
help
has been developed
connecting two
after the
rivers.
3 years.
KN
It has been
Betwa
yeah, I
is
mentioned.
a
agree with the Nitin
13,000
point
crore.
that we can use the desalinity program, but we have to change our habits. Our habits are very wrong. We are still overly dependent on the water.
Yes,
So
I
Yes, we
agree
desalination
should
with
can
your
go.
solve the
point.
problem
We
for a
should
very
focus
short
on
period, but it
And
cannot
sustainable
be
also
a
we can
development
see
permanent
we
as
are
well
solution.
as to
using the
conserve the
use
plants
sufficient
also.
resources
Coming
which
out of
is
our
like
ROs,
deseeding the
our
clouds and
drinkable water, the
like
wastewater coming out of our ROs can be used to water our plants in the home. So I believe that these kind of practices can be very useful
Yes, I
in
agree with
So we
administration.
can
Also,
use the
Charanjit.
government
Keeping
tribal
can
the
have
wisdom
power
powers
for
to
of
tell
the
the farmers
recovery.
or the people that
but we should
the
also
monsoon
focus
always
to the
depends
metro
upon the
cities
El
So
Nino and
especially
La
we
Nina
can
where our
effect.
industries
purify
are
So
polluting
after
of
the
the
water.
studying
environment.
of this
We
We
particular
should
can
effect,
focus
the
also
on reducing
government
move
could
at
carbon
have
emission
sustainable
tell the
reduction
farmers
development
or the
where we have
people
to
to the
regarding
urban
the
go
people
more
scarcity
using
and
the
green
then
belt
plan
ROs
plans
the
and
so
year.
other
that we
technologies
can
to
carbon
waste and
efficient
Gentlemen, I
zero
would
the
like to
water.
add a
we make
point
a
over the
carbon neutral
northeast
nation.
area that there is a water surplus in the area, but if we can build a dam over there and to transport the water by the
Yes,
channels
I agree
into
with,
the
and we
And
in
can
the
give
our
example of
middle
communities
India,
also.
Ken Betwa project
in
here,
middle
where we are
India, so that
connecting two
the
rivers,
water
and
at
with the help of that, it will
the
help the irrigation of
Uttar
the many
Pradesh and
districts.
other Bundelkhand region, we can use the water and to make the to make the more greenery over there to catch the
Yes,
Apart
water
Indira
from that,
and
Gandhi
I
to
channel
believe
is
that
also a very
more
good example
central
for that. We can
management
take
authority should
gujarat
also
as well
be
as
developed
Rajasthan
by the
and
government as far as
Punjab
the
also.
lines on the
To make
Kaveri Water
Punjab
Management
as an
Authority,
irrigation hub of
which could have
India.
taken the centralized decisions over it. Right now, we have seen that not much of central authorities are available and the water is flowing without control. So, as per on the lines of
all
Kaveri Water
also
Management Authority, it could have also been built in the southern part as
I
well as
believe
all
that
around the world.
We can
different
take the
also
example
adding
of
on
different
to the
Tamil
parts
point
Nadu.
of
and
Actually,
in the
we have
India
to
certain
take
do
the
which
mental
have
government
rules
are
their
for the
also
own
Tamil
adding
people
Nadu
who
schemes
are
different
like
actually
giving
water
water
exploiting water
resources.
resources
at such
like without any efficient use. So I feel this should also
I
be
think the
like
biggest
highlighted
Yes,
that
apart
they
from
will
water
treat the
management, as the
these
Tamil
as the
Nadu
water
is
as
it is the one
highest.
and more
There is
dependent
also
on the
been so
Kaveri
many
river,
government
so we
policies by
can
the
use
Delhi
the
government.
water
glaciers. So we
harvesting
should
plan
also
over the
focus towards
buildings
that
to save
so
water
that
at the rainy
glaciers
season
are
as
not
the November
depleted in
to
a higher
January
range.
there is a northeast monsoon and come to the Tamil Nadu also, so it can catch the water to the Tamil Nadu people and to
Instead of that, we
use
can
the
actually
water to
implement
Also
up
rules
to
use
four to five
over the
kinds of
factories
as
and
water,
people
other.
like
actually
filtered
extracting
water
water at a great extent
the
from
houses,
the
which
borewells
will be
after
Yes,
helpful.
6 months or
we have
3
seen
years
an
or whatever
example of
the
Sikkim.
tenure must
Recently,
be. They have to
Sikkim has
implement
seen
some
a
rules
flash
over that,
flood,
Job
that
in
they
the
but
cannot
ground,
in a
in
actually
the
particular
harvest
Water
for a
area
is
in
not
limited
UP,
time.
we
only
have
to
seen
us,
a
complete
it
we
jungles
have
also
as
seen
we say
only
that.
for
so we
drinking
should
purposes.
focus on
So
connecting
I
to two
believe that
different
the
places.
freshly cleaned water can be used for ourselves, but the rest of the
Our
household
technology is
people
very
can
old
be
over
used
the
for
Let
extraction of
let
water. So
Gaurav
we
add
have
a
to
point
adapt
here.
to
He's
the
adding a
technology.
point.
and even
Let
the
Gaurav
government
add a
aware
point. He's
is
adding a
very much
point.
important in our
because there's been a project is going on between the Haryana and
for doing
Punjab,
habitable
which is named as
laws,
SEED project,
reducing levels
Sindhu
of
Yamuna
water,
linkage.
and
But
also
from the
population, the
past
ever
15 to
increasing
20
population
years,
of our country
the
should be
project
aware
is on
about the
hold
practices
because
that
of the
should be
rapid
taking place to increase the
because of the radicalization
depleting
thing.
levels
So
of
the
water.
most of the water resources cannot be used by the Haryana, but most the water is rapidly is going on to the Punjab only. So it this
Yes,
will
for
is a
that we have
debate.
to focus toward creating more dams in the area and without any ecological damages, so that we can store the water in winter.
We should
I
not
believe
Exactly,
that
create
Hind
the
and
high
I
cost
every
of
think we
water
can
everyone
all
here
and
has
agree
we
on
got
can
the
this
use
point
that
the
of
there is
information
no
available
and
wind
it
scarcity
is
of
that
water
resources.
in
it
that
is
area.
not
So
only
we have to
It's
scarcity.
just
reduce the
also
that we
hydrology.
lack
The
We
point
should
management
is
of
not
that
hold
water.
on to the wind power
we are not
resources
using the
to the
water
Peninsula
smartly.
that we can
And
save the
Yeah,
I
we
got
lack
an
hydrology.
management.
idea
Yes.
In
over
the
the
summer period,
Yamuna
we do not
linkage.
need the
Like as the
hydropower that
Indira
we
Gandhi canal is there over the Rajasthan, so we can also use these canals in the different part of India, like Haryana and around the Tamil Nadu
Yes,
also,
even
and
if
in
we
the
not
Madhya
see
for
the
the
Pradesh
the
also,
population
northern
to
in
give
part
the
of
India
water
that
to
has
the
what
water
the
is
increased
thing
not
sector.
that
great.
I have
Not
always
always
been
used
like
by the
significantly,
Indian
highlighting
people.
so
that
that
And
only
there is
building
ample
dams
they
is not
water
very
bring
in
the
easy.
India,
water
What we
and
on
can
we
do
which
is
they
should
don't
this.
see
What
these
we can do is
store that
we can
water
do
and we should
rainwater
use that
harvesting
water.
using smart technologies available, building more
yes, we can use
what
the
we say
Agree
extensions
with
over
Gabriel
or
here.
we can
And
automate the
even
bore
we
wells
are
over there so that
given
it
a
improves the
system
level
of
of
atomic
groundwater at
rivers
your
and
end.
gave
We
a
have to
concept
automate
of
the
What
urban
system
the
now.
flooding,
We
problem of the
should
how
not
water
to
lay
focus
because
the
toward
of the
water
depleting
problem we
Get
need
jobs
so
on
to
the
that we
ground
can
and
connect
research.
all the
We
stimulate
have to
more
rivers
of
take
of
it.
more
our nation
although
As
and
only
only
India
parts
people
of the
will
India is a
set
government
developing
development set
state, so the more
projects
industrialization will
such
be
as
there. But
earlier mentioned
if we
Device by
make
the
a
name of
plan
the
we
or
have
make
South
a
to
rule
make
Zone.
over it,
Gentlemen,
so
I
that
have a very good
the
point
Woodland
more
related to
policy.
the topic of
industrialization
the
would be
GD,
there, so the
related to the
water
topic
harvesting
of
would be
GD.
there
Can I add one
to
point?
filter
It is
out the
very
water,
relevant in
to
this
waste
situation.
water, and to
The
reuse the
water
Let
water
table.
let
to
Manish
give
add a point.
then
It is
Manish is
very
adding a
hands to
point.
money.
yeah, right. Actually, I have a very good point. Recently, I have read an article in the Hindu, which saw that there is a program going on by the government of India, in which they are trying to connect different peninsular river, so that the water from the rain shed areas can be sorry, the water from the area which have high rainfall can be transported to the rain shed area. But the recent findings have discovered that the water actually the amount of water that are getting transported to the rivershed area is actually decreasing the amount of rainfall in the area where there is a problem of rainfall, and this is causing the more severe droughts in that particular rainshed area, and this is increasing year by year. So there is almost 12 to 13% of decrease in the rainfall in the peninsular India, as we have seen. So it is quite a relevant point here. We can add this into the GD.
giving the example of the Manish
Okay,
that
friends.
the
Very good
With that,
rented
example.
But
with
area
I
that,
is at
believe
the
that
drought
depleting
state,
we
is
should
so we
also
can
one
be
of the
plant the
reasons
tree.
for the
We can
depletion
using
of
the
plant
the
more
rain.
water
trees to
Yes,
in
I
make
agree
the
with
the
and
soil
even we can
moisture and to
seeing that
avoid the drought, and it can
difficult
because
money
extract
is
the
taking
moisture
No,
to
over
actually,
the
actually, it was
industrialization and
rain
we are
urbanization,
talking
shed
which
area
about
in
deforestation
the
is
water
taking
using
place,
surplus
and that
Manish.
deforestation is leading to
I would just give you the
less
information about how
vegetation,
the
and
how this
rainfall
information
has been
was taken
reduced.
out.
and that water should not be used for drinking purposes. I believe that fresh water is not needed for industrialization purposes. Usable water, used water
Yes,
which
I agree
can
with
be used
We can
yes,
use
I agree
somewhere
with her.
else
Like
ecological
can
we
be
have
water
to
used
to
put
for
some
create
rules
as
fresh
well.
on
I
the
water.
believe
politicians
that
And
that
there is
even
a
we
point
should
There
use
are
it in the
different
water level.
models
Like
of
we are
for
using
fresh
exceeding
maybe
water.
at a
If
huge
for
we
that we have
level.
to focus
are
on
needed
that.
for
So we
fresh
have to
water, so
decrease
we
that. We have
cannot rely that we can't.
Well, almost given 15 minutes. मनीष कुछ बोल रहे थे, बोलो तुम. Recently, I have read an article about this. So the government of India is investing on the project, which is the very uh, big project in which they are trying to connect the different rivers of peninsular India, so that the area which is receiving the low rainfall can get water in the drought in the time when they have the scarcity of water. But sir, some researchers have found that due to this, the amount of water that is flowing in the oceans is decreasing, and thereby the evaporation is decreasing, and thereby the rainfall in the particular area which is already in the drought category is
also getting worse. So this is not only about India, sir. Many of the Western countries have also made this research possible, and the findings were very shocking, sir. The 12 to 13% decrease in the rainfall has been observed, and therefore they have told the government of India to look into the scientific aspect of all this, because it doesn't work like this. It doesn't work like economy, that if we transport this amount of money, if we save this amount of money and put it somewhere else, then it will grow. Water doesn't behave like that. The amount of water that is in the cycle should be complete, so that the every year the cycle gets complete and the water doesn't run dry. So this is what I was speaking and trying to convey, sir.
Okay. There were some mistakes that some of the speakers have done. I just want to know, are you aware of it or not? Those who have made the mistake, it is not that it is punishable, but if you are aware, then please raise your hand. There is one more candidate have made mistake. It was less of a mistake, more of a not willing to participate. So I'll consider that as a mistake. Shikhar, no, you are not. Gaurav, Devesh has told you to that Gaurav has some point to add. Despite that, you have not put an effort. Please put on a video. Why?
सर
देवेश ने रेफर
बाकी
करा है देवेश ने रेफर करा है तुम्हें कि गौरव हैज सम पॉइंट टू ऐड and despite that you have not shown willingness to speak. Why?
so because two speakers are already
So
speaking.
what? They will get screened in, they will get recommended. If someone is referring to you, you have an added advantage. Just say that, okay gentlemen, just one more point I want to add, one very good point that I have to add. Gaurav, you have to go and
Yes,
get
sir.
it. I mean, this is certainly not any other competitive examination in which you fight your battle alone, matlab like no writing or appearing or solving questions. Here you have to compete. If you are not standing up for yourself, no one is going to do it. And no, sometimes literally my heart aches at candidate like you just because of this foolishness get screened out and conference out. Okay, recently a candidate named Rishabh has been recommended. He had been recommended previous, matlab he could have been recommended maybe in, I mean, 3 or 4 months back, but he was committing a mistake and out of foolishness. I'm not saying that maybe it is you are fortunate, maybe I'm unfortunate that despite so many repetitive warnings, so many repetition that you have to do this, you have to do this, you have to inculcate this habit, you're not including. I'm literally a bit disappointed. I mean, you don't need to take that much so that you can go and think about it, but do, I mean, take a vow that you will not make such mistake. You will be assertive during the discussion. This is the one thing that I'm keep telling you since almost day zero. You have to be assertive.
Yes, sir.
Abhishek, what was this radicalization? Abhishek Rao, put on a video.
Yes, sir.
क्या रेडिकलाइजेशन, क्या हरियाणा का रेडिकलाइजेशन तो मेंशन कर रहे थे?
सर जैसे एक सील प्रोजेक्ट है अपना हरियाणा और पंजाब के बीच में, बट वो पंजाब को एग्रीकल्चर पर्पस के लिए वो वाटर जो है
तो
वो हरियाणा के अंदर आने नहीं दे रहा था
ठीक है, चलो, I'll read about it. The thing is that it was not a much less of a question and much of a, I mean, just letting you, showing you mirror, what are you doing? You have to get out of the Haryana and Punjab. This was the topic of water crisis, not a water crisis in Punjab and Haryana. Your most of the points were there only. And Anvay was speaking. He just started. He spoke 2 or 3 lines and you interrupted him. That interruption, you can interrupt. You can interrupt, but you have to either, जो मैं समझा रहा हूँ ध्यान से समझना है इस चीज को आप, या तो आप जो पॉइंट कैंडिडेट बोल रहा है उसको कंटिन्यू करके करो, नहीं तो कैंडिडेट को पॉइंट फिनिश करने दो अगर एक ही बोल रहा है कोई उस समय तो। नहीं तो ऐसा नहीं है कि कैंडिडेट कुछ और पॉइंट बोल रहा है, 1 लाइन 2 लाइन बोला, आप अपना दूसरा डागल पाने लगे। ठीक है। One more thing that you can learn from Manish, that is a, I'll not say tactics, but something that I have taught you and told you many a times. You can say these words. I have one more point to add. This is a very relevant point that I want to add. Okay. One more thing, Manish, and rest of you will keep in mind. You will not say that recently I read in newspaper. Okay, you just
Right,
say
sir. Right, sir.
recently, government of India, recently this, or it was in news, or we know.
Right, sir.
ठीक
Right, sir.
है, रेड इन न्यूज़पेपर, द हिंदू, ये सब नहीं करना, द हिंदू के पॉइंट पॉइंट नहीं मिलेंगे। द मोस्ट रेलेवेंट, जस्ट आई मीन जस्ट हमारा भी एक और डिस्कशन होगा, 10 से 11 पे शुरू करेंगे। आई जस्ट वांट टू जस्ट अभिषेक पुट ऑफ ए वीडियो इफ यू वांट, कैंडिडेट हु वाज द मोस्ट रेलेवेंट स्पीकर इन द डिस्कशन टू प्लीज रेज योर हैंड, जिसको लगता है ही वाज द मोस्ट रेलेवेंट। आई वांट टू नो बिकॉज आपके पास में वो अवेयरनेस है कि नहीं है, आर यू सेल्फ अवेयर और नॉट। व्हाट इज द इशू विथ यू चरणजीत, व्हाट यार वीडियो ऑन कर लो सभी, ऐसे छोड़ो, सभी आदमी वीडियो ऑन करो। चरणजीत क्या इशू था तुम्हारे साथ, व्हाट डू यू थिंक, व्हाट वेंट रॉन्ग?
लग रहा है कि मतलब जो स्टैटिस्टिकल पॉइंट्स होते हैं मैं वो नहीं बता पा रही थी।
नहीं ठीक था, योर पार्टिसिपेशन वाज गुड। Abhinav Sharma was one of the most relevant speaker. He spoke two or three times. Three times he added a point, and you can learn from Abhinav and Charanjit, and even Devesh also. Anvay, हल्का सा, where is Anvay?
Yes, sir.
Anvay, put on a video. Anvay, देखोगे मतलब you are a well-read person, no doubt on that. The way you put point, that is also good. बट हल्का सा ना ये ऑल इंडिया रेडियो से हल्का सा स्विच करो रेडियो एफएम पे, समझ रहे हो?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
समझ, आई थिंक मैंने बता दिया कि क्या करना है, ठीक है? तो
Yes, sir.
हल्का सा मॉड्यूलेशन करो, हल्का सा पिच को ये करो, नहीं तो आपके सामने में आप बोल रहे हो, देयर वाज अ टाइम दैट तुम बोल रहे थे, तुम्हारे पैरेलल में 2-3 कैंडिडेट बोल रहे थे, मतलब वो डिस्कशन उनका चल रहा था पैरेलल में, तुम भी बोले जा रहे थे, तो ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। और इसमें अगर आप अच्छा पॉइंट भी दे रहे हो, ग्रुप आपका नहीं सुन रहा, बिकॉज इट इज अ डिस्कशन, इवेंचुअली इट इज अ डिस्कशन। तो अगर आपका पॉइंट ग्रुप नहीं ध्यान दे रहा है तो वैल्यूएबल नहीं रहेगा, क्योंकि आपको आगे बढ़ाना है, गाड़ी को आगे खींचना है। चलो ओके, हाँ, सो नाउ वी आर स्टार्टिंग। कृष्णा, तेंजिन, पावर कट था तुम्हारा?
जी सर।
क्या था तुम्हारे इधर, पावर कट था, हेवी रेनफॉल?
जी सर, सर बाहर था मैं।
अच्छा अच्छा, आ जाया करो, 9-10 बजे तक बहुत लेट हो जाता
जी
है,
जी
मतलब आई
सर।
थिंक, और तुम जहाँ पे रहते हो वहाँ पे जेन्युइनली लेट हो जाता है, उधर सनसेट भी जल्दी हो जाता है। कृष्णा, कितने बजे लिंक शेयर किया गया था?
सर 9 o'clock सर।
तो मतलब 1 घंटा लेट कर ज्वाइन करने के लिए क्या सोच रहे थे कि लास्ट में आके तुम सबको मिठाई दोगे?
No sir, actually I was driving sir, like I thought that I will reach but traffic was more sir. Like I
नहीं तो ये जस्ट इन्फॉर्म कर दिया करो, आज मैंने बहुतों को छोड़ा इसलिए छोड़ दे रहा हूँ। आज आना, ये नहीं मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि नहीं आना, बट इफ यू हैव मेड सम मिस्टेक यू हैव टू बेयर द पनिशमेंट, मतलब इतना आप रखना। आज मैं छोड़ दे रहा हूँ, ऐसे छोड़ना नहीं क्लास, पर कोशिश करना कि 10 से 15 मिनट, मैक्सिमम 15 मिनट तक आ जाओ, ठीक है? इस दीपिका पार्ट ऑफ द क्लास, दीपिका पॉइंट नोट करते रहना, मैं लास्ट में तुमसे पूछूंगा, कृष्णा तुमसे भी, ठीक है? ओके, द कैंडिडेट हु आर पार्टिसिपेटिंग इन GD3 पुट ऑन ए वीडियो। यस कृष्णा।
सर मैं बोल रहा था।
Sir,
हाँ बोलिए ना।
can I participate in the third GD?
हाँ पार्टिसिपेट करो, लास्ट में पुशअप्स करना फिर। हाँ देवेश बोलो, क्या जल्दी क्विकली।
Sir, one candidate was concluding the GD. I think that was Ritik.
कोई बात नहीं है, ऋतिक
मिस
का
कर
हाथ
लिया।
खुद माफ है अभी, ठीक है? ऋतिक अभी सीख रहा है, ठीक है? और आकाश तुम भी थोड़ा, ठीक है? थोड़ा रहता है तुम्हारा, बट रेडियो मिर्ची बना करो, ठीक है? अब इससे अच्छा, मतलब सही तरीके से मैं नहीं समझा सकता हूँ, बहुत प्यार से बोलते हो, बोलो, ठीक है? वो जीडी इंटरव्यू के लिए रखो, जीडी में करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है?
वो भसड़ में घुसने की आदत ही नहीं है सर, वो
नहीं
हमेशा
थोड़ा
कभी
सा तो करो, थोड़ा सा एफर्ट डालो, ठीक है? मतलब अब ऐसे प्यार प्यार से बोलोगे, ट्रुप्स भले ही आपके ऑर्डर फॉलो करेंगे, लेकिन मोटिवेटेड नहीं रहेंगे ना, आपको ट्रुप्स में जान डाल देना है, मतलब मेरे को लगता है। आई हैव दिस फॉर्म बिलीव। अच्छा ये रिकॉर्डिंग मेरे एंड से ऑफ है, कोई बात नहीं है, चलो अभी जीडी टॉपिक बोलूंगा तो ऑन कर दूंगा। आई हैव अ फॉर्म बिलीव दैट इफ आई हैव टू, आई कैन लिटरली, आई मीन इट इज नॉट दैट दे आर नॉट, मतलब अगर अनविलिंग है तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते, क्योंकि मन बना ही लिया है कि नहीं करना है, तो कुछ नहीं किया जा सकता है। बट ही इज एटलीस्ट 1 or 2% इन अ मूड कि अगर मेरे को बताया समझाया मैं कर लूंगा. आई कैन कन्विंस एनीवन टू किल समबडी एंड यू हैव टू हैव दिस पावर इन अ पॉजिटिव वे. आई एम टेलिंग यू. तो आपको अपने ट्रूप्स को मोटिवेट करना चाहिए, तो रहना चाहिए अंदर में. ठीक है.
Yes, sir. Yes. Got it.
हाँ, तो वो एक ठीक है. इवेंचुअली आप जा रहे हो सिविल्स के लिए नहीं जा रहे हो. ठीक है. ये चीजें अभी दो कैंडिडेट जो रिकमेंड हुए हैं ना, ये यही गलती करके आ रहे थे. एक तो जाके सीधे बोल देता कि सिविल सर्विसेज की तैयारी कर रहा हूँ. फिर उसको एक दिन अच्छे से समझाया, देखो कि उसमें टॉपिक में जो साइक टेस्ट थ्योरी में है कि समझाया कि रिक्वायरमेंट दोनों की अलग है. ठीक है. तो ये ध्यान रखोगे. चलो. So that was we were discussing regarding candidates participation in GD2 especially. A bit of the discussion, I think it was not recorded. You might have not heard, but candidates के आप input सुन रहे थे. Now we are going for the third GD. Those who have not participated or those who were chosen for GD3 and Krishna Mishra put on a video, and Dipsika also put on a video. Rest of you put off your video. Manish, you can also. जो लोग पार्टिसिपेट कर लिए हैं ऑलरेडी 2 GD में, अपना वीडियो ऑफ कीजिए. बाकी सभी लोग वीडियो ऑन करेंगे. जो लोग 2 GD में ऑलरेडी पार्टिसिपेट कर लिए हैं, पुट ऑफ योर वीडियो. रेस्ट ऑफ यू पुट ऑन ए वीडियो. अनुराग, एनी डाउट?
वो मेरा नेट चला गया था ना, तो सेकंड जीडी में पार्टिसिपेट नहीं कर पाया, तो थर्ड जीडी में आ जाऊं सर?
ठीक है, कर लो कर लो कर लो.
ओके सर.
एक दो शायद कोई छूट गया होगा जो शायद एक ही जीडी में पार्टिसिपेट कर पा रहा है, पर कोई नहीं. ठीक है, होता है ना. चलो. I mean, you can see that in COVID, despite that, agriculture sector has positive growth in our country. But even despite that, we are seeing a trend of negative. I'll say not negative growth, but there are so many factors which are affecting agriculture due to climate change. Sorry, there are so many factors which are affecting the agriculture sectors in a negative way. Okay, let's change the topic. Uh, in recent years, you have seen that India is switching from its long established friendship with Russia, and we are shifting more towards US. Okay, so what do you think the major come out or major benefit of this to India? Is it economic benefit, military benefit, or somewhat of diplomatically or geopolitical benefit? Understood the topic? Yes, Abhinav.
Sir, can I also participate?
ठीक है, कर लो. देखना वो क्या बोलते हैं, ये नहीं कर लेना. वो क्या बोलते हैं, फिश मार्केट नहीं बनाना. आराम आराम से बात करना. ठीक है. चलो.
सर वो लीड्स बता देते एक बार और.
अब से इकोनॉमिक, मिलिट्री और डिप्लोमेटिकली और जियोपॉलिटिक्स. द जियोपॉलिटिकल. चलो, यू कैन स्टार्ट.
Ladies and
Gentlemen, most of us see that in today's era, we see that India is for India, China.
I believe
Gentlemen, according to me, India has been benefited diplomatically well, very by the friendship with the USA. In the past, we have seen that due to the greater rising of a friendship with the Russians, we were not able to have that much of deep relation with the Western countries, and that kind of caused us the problem with the United Nations recognition. They used to not treat us as a very reliable partners, but now we have seen that the even the European and all the
US is giving a chance, and we are
Yes,
having
Manish,
good
I agree with
diplomatic
you.
ties with
And
them.
adding to
And
the point,
we
like
had made a groups like
after
COP,
diverting
which
from
is
the
helping
Russia
countries
thing,
to
it has
form
become
dominance in the
very
global
easy to
politics.
Gentlemen, I would like to add a
And
Gentlemen,
point
there
over
has been
the
major
diplomatic issue,
big turn in this
diplomatic ties
of
with the
the
USA.
diplomatic
USA
relationship.
is the
As we
top
know
top country
that
in
Russia
the
is rich
diplomatic.
in its mineral resources,
Let it be a
and we are seeing that
let it
its
be
closeness with the China. China has
So
become
And
a big
now,
supporter of
European
giving
Indian
countries,
agriculture.
India has become voice of
So
the global south because of
developing
the
diplomatic
greater ties and
relationship with
friendship
the
with the
other countries
if we
will
add
United
help us in
States and other
developing our borders and
here, it
policy
could
in
be
the all
diplomatic
areas.
diplomatic win.
And
We have seen
because
the
of this, that
example
because of this,
Okay, friends, I believe.
USA has supported
would like to
India
say
and
that
it
there are many
didn't
of the
interfere
points
with
which
the
you have
Canada and the
discussed
India
about
issue,
it.
in India
And
issue,
when
and
we
this
talk
way they
about
can
the
resolve the
power
issue.
We
play,
can see
So I
that
can say
Russia
that
is
the diplomatic
dependent
ties
on the
with the
China,
USA would be
and
the
and
beneficial of
because the
India
China
in the
it has
in
most
the
of the
upcoming
materials
country,
available.
on many
upcoming
points.
years.
It has
It is the one of the.
to
It is a
improve our
and
geopolitical
Gentlemen,
relations
area.
all
with
of
recently
the
I have read in the news
and
also that United Nations Security Council President has told that India is ready for all the five countries that are
Let me add
members
on
are
point.
ready for the
Gentlemen, let me
expansion
add
of
on point.
United
Like
Nations
in the
Security
recent
Council permanent
debates,
membership,
we have also
and they
seen the
are ready
Russia-Ukraine war,
for India to
in which
accept
we
as a
saw
permanent member,
in which
where
we saw the
Let
dependence
where
of
why
India
let's
being
forget
dependent
one
an
thing
towards
important
Russia
here,
in both in the
important
economic
global power.
as
Let
well
us
as
speak one by
the
one. As we all know
military
that,
department as
as
well.
we all know
So
that
switching
USA
towards the
is
different
not
countries
able
and
to make use
developing a new
of the
diplomatic relationship with the other countries will also help us in making our policy more better.
upcoming region.
Okay, guys, let's speak one by one. Okay, guys, let's speak one by one so we can understand everyone's point very easily. Let's speak one by one. So
gentlemen,
let's speak
Gaurav
one
has a
by
good
one.
point. I would
Let's
like to
speak
listen
one by
to
one.
him.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Yes, thank you, Anurag. I am
According
saying
to me
that
also,
we can like having the
Friends,
friendship
I
with
believe
the
that
Russia and the
geopolitical
USA. We can
identity,
see that having the
Gentlemen, let me add one
diplomatic
is the
point.
main
relations and
reason
Like,
because
export the
gentlemen,
chances
we
to
are
see
also
that
common
enhancing our
advantage for
diplomatic
the
relationship with
development
the
of the
other
country.
countries. Like we recently
even if
recently concluded various
US
pacts with
don't have
United States of
USA
America
is
as well.
India's largest
That
largest
was
business partner.
various
Even we
agreements, and other
we
than
have
that, we also
signed
made a
trade against
ECTA
economic
agreement with
partnership
Australia as well.
agreement with that
So
is all
we are
just because
switching
of
towards the
business opportunities we have
new
as
areas as well,
gentlemen
and we are going towards new countries and
Adding to
making
the
our
point
nation
about
more better.
geopolitical and diplomatic
right, but the
ties,
most important thing came
India
from
has
the
reduced the
geopolitical
ties
angle
with
where
the
India
Canada
has
and
been
USA
trying to
didn't
make
interfere with the Canada. And overall,
United
India and Pakistan
United
has
Nations
the issue
Security
with the
Council
POK.
permanent seat,
So
and now the
USA
five
is
members are ready
never
to accept it.
interfere with
This
the
is because the trust
with the
that we have
Pakistan
built.
and India over the POK issue, and it's a bilateral issue with the Pakistan. So if we if we add the friendship with the USA, then it would be a diplomatic win to the India
General, I want
as
to add here one point. Like we in the recent time, what we are seeing, like we saw the
Everyone, sir has raised hand.
sir is raised hand.
Who was the candidate who was speaking before Abhinav? अभिनव से पहले कौन बोल रहा था अभी? अरे
I
बोलो ना.
think आफ्ताब था शायद.
Okay, anyway.
अनमय था शायद से सर.
अन्वय सर.
अनवय था
ध्यान
सर.
दोगे अनमय, दिस इज अगर मैं हैंड रेज कर रहा हूँ शांत हो जाना है. देखो मैं सुन पा रहा हूँ, डोंट वरी. ठीक है, मैं सुन पा रहा हूँ, जो पॉइंट बोल रहा है सुन पा रहा हूँ. डिसएडवांटेज उनको है जो होता है ना कि सिंगल लेवल खेलते हैं, मतलब पॉइंट कुछ बोलते नहीं, आई एग्री और एक लाइन बोलते हैं, उनको डिसएडवांटेज है. या तो आप सही तरीके से कर लो, नहीं तो जो बोल रहा है इसमें मतलब बोल पा रहा है, मैं मतलब डिस्टिंग्विश कर पा रहा हूँ कि कौन कैंडिडेट क्या पॉइंट बोल रहा है. ठीक है, आप आके भाग रहे हो, एक लाइन बोल के जा रहे हो, तो वो डिसएडवांटेज में है. जो सही से बोल पा रहा है, जिसको नॉलेज है, उसको एडवांटेज है. बाकी देख लो, मैं बोलूंगा कि एक डिस्कशन रखो, डिबेट नहीं बनाओ. हाँ विनब.
सर एक डाउट है, जैसे अब सारे एकदम से एक साथ बोल रहे हैं तो ना मेरे को समझ आ रहा है कि कौन दूसरा बोल रहा है, और अगर मैं अपना पॉइंट रखूंगा तो वो वर्थलेस ही होगा अगर मैं फिश
जस्ट
मार्केट में
रिक्वेस्ट
पार्टिसिपेट
ना,
कर रहा हूँ.
रिक्वेस्ट, persuade gentlemen, one point, or friends, one point I want to add. This is an important point that I want to add. ठीक है, I think this is a good point. Adding to your point, gentlemen, give me just 10 seconds. There's so many things, so many times I say you are new candidate. I've so many times I've told you this. You're gonna start. और मैं बता दे रहा हूँ, जैसे स्टार्ट करने से पहले ये 1 मिनट 1 लाइन वाले उनको डिसएडवांटेज है. जो बोल रहा है मैं सुन रहा हूँ. ठीक है, अब बोलो जितना बोलना है. मैं डिसएडवांटेज में रहोगे जो ज्यादा मतलब आ रहे जा रहे. स्टार्ट.
Gentlemen, I want to add here a
Gentlemen,
point. Like
we have
gentlemen,
discussed
gentlemen,
most
as
of the geopolitical
we
aspect.
saw the
Now
major
I
geopolitical
want to
shift
add one
also
point that
in the world. Recently,
the
Hamas attacked
concerns of the
Israel.
Indo-Pacific is
So,
rising. We
if
have
we take
seen
the
that the
stand of
USA
both the
involvement in
countries,
the
whether it is India or Russia,
India
Russia is to the
geopolitics
pro-Palestine
and
community,
has
and the
increased
India is to that of the Israel. So
weight
there
has
is a
increased
major
in the
conflict
global
between the
level.
ideology of
So
both
now
Russia and China. So
India is
developing
taking
diplomatic relationship
control
with the other
the voice of
country
the global
will help
south.
in moving
This is the major
the world
advantage
more
that
further.
India
It will majorly benefit our country militarily and
Nikhil, man, I would like to add a point over there,
economically.
as the USA, as we have seen that India and China is on the pendulum both over the fight over the territory, but as the USA always support India, and USA also had conducted the military exercise over the Wali Uttarakhand. So if we add the if we tie the diplomatic ties with the USA, then it will be beneficial for the India, as the USA is the major super country in the world, and it has the many grip over the many countries like European Union and the other eastern countries like Japan and South Korea and even Australia. So if we tie the diplomatic ties, it will be beneficial to India,
Gentlemen, we
as
have
no
seen
other
that
country can
USA is not only the
determine
world's
our
leading
Military
power,
major
but
part
also
here
the
in developing the
economically
diplomatic relationship with
economically
the
a power.
various
So
nations,
all
like
the
our
all
nation
the
is moving
so
forward
it is not only
on
a
the various military exercise with the other
show that
countries as well,
India's
so that our
military
recent
military
times
is
there
easily
is
engaging with other countries
USA
to
challenges
make
to
it
other
better,
countries
so that
to
technology
they
will
are
be
eager to
enhanced
integrate with the
in
India because
our vision
they
in
think
the
that India is now
process
a more
to
allied
create
country
more
and
better
they have the
diplomatic
responsibility of
relations
sharing the
requested India to
which country is looking forward
sharing the
to
stage
counter
together. So
its
they can
Russia's
trust
monopoly over it.
and even now today the United Nations Security Council has told that India has the responsibility of carrying the weight of the United Nations Security Council permanent seat and it can take it very well because the diplomacy
So if we have the best geopolitical, if we have the best diplomatic relation with the USA and the Russia, so it will definitely improve the image of our country in the overall world.
Maximum that we have
I feel we have the largest number of
Gentlemen,
people who are getting revenue out of the country.
the US military power
Definitely, they
we
never
have been
think of Security Council.
because
But I
all
would like to
that
say that
in the military
Gentlemen, as we are seeing in the present world, the closeness of Russia towards China has made a major shift in the geopolitical image of the world. So, our major dependence on China would initially harm us. So, maintaining diplomatic relationship with the other countries, signing other agreements like we signed with the USA, that was the Comcasta, Artska, like these types of agreements will help us in countering both China as well as Pakistan. Rather than engaging with Russia, we should make a diplomatic relations with the other countries as well.
So at this point that if we see the recent
Gentlemen, I would like to add a
so
point.
if we tie the diplomatic ties with the USA in a stronger level, then
the Indian
even
government is supporting the
outer forces that's trying to
India's
invade
western
territories like the Khalistani state. If the USA will support India over this matter for investigation with the Interpol and the other
US and India share
agencies,
the common enmity with the
and
China.
will support on the
What I think
secret
that
agency and the
as
military exercise
there are
also.
two emerging that is China and India. So to counter China,
Gentlemen, let me add one point.
and also
Akash,
to
let me add
strengthen
one
our
point to add here one point
perspective.
that the Russia's instability in its own nation, like we recently saw the Wagner group, which tried to overturn the political scenario of the Russia. So there are major problems in Russia, the Russian country as well.
So
Like
gentlemen,
the
let me
like,
add a
like the
point.
other political leaders are trying to manipulate the politics over there. So it is more good to look for the better partners who can help us in developing our nation. So diplomatic relations is an area where we should work on.
I also see that partners are like want to have investigation with Russia to the
Gentlemen, I would also like a point over the diplomatic channel is
so it
as China is the headache to the India over the northeastern region. So USA can support India over the China and to
Only Anvay and Abhinav is able to make his point. The rest of you are in facility. मैं समझा भी दे रहा हूँ कि रिक्वेस्ट कर लो, प्लीड कर लो कि मेरे को पॉइंट ऐड करने दो, नहीं बोलते जाना, बोलो, कोई फायदा नहीं होगा ऐसे बोलोगे तो। चलो मैं सबको ना 20-20 सेकेंड दूंगा, ठीक है? क्विकली पॉइंट ऐड करोगे चिरंजीत?
I would like to say that the friendly relationships between our country and the USA would help us to increase the military part, because by learning from the most developed part of the developed country, we will be able to learn how to work on a defense system, and how the fighter pilots, how the fighter planes work, and this can
ओके
help us to improve the defense part.
ओके, आप अपना एक लीड चूज करोगे, उसी को डिफेंड करना है। आकाश 20
We
seconds.
have seen after the COVID the impact of China, that more and more US industries are converting to India. We have also seen I-to-UT and Middle East corridor. These both are providing facilities to India to export our products. We have seen in the space research that we are getting better technology from the US. Also, we have seen in the defense aspect better and new technology we are getting
Okay,
from US.
got
So
it.
that
We'll just say which lead, geopolitical, diplomatic, military, or economy. Okay, Nitin.
So diplomatic tie is the reason why India is going for USA. As we all know that in South China Sea as well as Indo-Pacific, China is rising, as well as Belt and Road Initiative and China and Pakistan economic corridor has been made. So that India need a group like Quad, and it is all because of the diplomatic ties. And even after 2000, only India signed a comprehensive economic partnership agreement with USA. It was all just because of the diplomatic ties. Even today, India want to be an Atmanirbhar country, and for that we need technology share from the developed nation.
Okay. Nitin, points were good, but it was not relevant, and in my opinion, you had not defended your point. I बता कि कहाँ से benefit होगा, तो कुछ आप अभी recent जो benefit हुआ इंडिया का, आप वो बता सकते थे। Due to having a good relation with USA, क्या हुआ है, या फ्यूचर की बता रहे हो कि ये होगा वो होगा, ठीक है? रितल.
Economic tie between India and USA have a great political implementation. Trade tension and negotiation has been a part of their relationship. US has pushed her for a greater market access in India. Issues a related intellectual property right has been the source of attention.
मनीष, पॉइंट्स तुम्हारे सही थे, बट सुन नहीं पा रहा था, इसके लिए मैंने तुम्हें बस रुकने के लिए बोला था। वेट करना थोड़ा। और कौन बोल रहा था? गौरव सिंह।
So in current scenario, we can see that we are facing many problems with the China and Pakistan, and having the friendship with the two superpowers of East and the West, we can make a difference among these countries, as well as we can enhance our trade, commerce, and the economy by having the good amount of imports and exports.
Okay. Was this point relevant to the GD?
Yes, sir, like diplomatic relation.
बोला तुमने क्या डिप्लोमेटिकली, क्या तुमने मेरे को इसे समझाया कि डिप्लोमेटिक क्या फायदा हुआ?
Sir, we can make a difference between the China and the India as well as the
डिफरेंस इज चाइना, कहाँ पे करोगे चाइना और?
So between the India and China, like having like support.
चलो ठीक है. How many of things? I mean, just it is okay. One more thing that I really want to clear: at any point of time, I'm not going to bring you down, and I'm not going to humiliate you. Okay. The whole purpose of it is to uh, put a better light so that you can see yourself in the mirror. How many of you agreed that the point that recently Gaurav Singh has said was relevant to the topic or the point that he was trying to defend? Just raise your hand. And I could be wrong also. It is not that कि मैं जो बोला पत्थर की लकीर है। तुम्हारे कोई दोस्त सपोर्ट नहीं कर रहे, नहीं था रेलेवेंट, ठीक है। तो अब मैं बता रहा हूँ, द होल पॉइंट मैं 5-6 लोगों को बुलवाया क्योंकि ये लोग ज्यादा बोल रहे थे, और बस एक ही 2 लोग इसमें ना रेलेवेंट बोल रहे थे, जिनको मैंने नहीं बोलने के लिए दिया बोला है। द होल पॉइंट इज दैट आपको ये चीज, अब ना मैं एक क्या बताया जाए इसको, एक चीट बता दे रहा हूँ या ट्रिक बता दे रहा हूँ किसी भी डिस्कशन के लिए, या इन जनरल लाइफ में भी आपको, इफ यू वांट टू बी अ इफेक्टिव स्पीकर अमंग योर ग्रुप एंड ऑल, so it is not that how much time you speak, it is that how relevant you speak. अगर आप, मतलब मेरे को लग रहा है कि 10 से 15 मिनट के डिस्कशन में आप मैक्सिमम 20 बार बोलोगे, ऑन एवरेज 12 से 15 बार बोलोगे, है ना, इससे ज्यादा तो नहीं बोल पाओगे, टाइम नहीं मिलेगा। और अगर मैं रीड भी करूं, जो कैंडिडेट सबसे ज्यादा बार बोला है पहले वाले डिस्कशन में, देवेश, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 12, ठीक है। उसके बाद जो एक और कैंडिडेट बोला सबसे ज्यादा बार, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 11 12 13 14, नितिन दूसरे जीडी में बोला था 14 बार। तो कोशिश करो कि ना 50% ऑफ द टाइम रेलेवेंट रहो आप, और उसके लिए आपको सुन के बोलना होगा। ये मैं आपसे पॉइंट नहीं पूछ रहा हूँ, ये क्विज नहीं है, ठीक है। दिस इज नॉट योर इंटरव्यू ऑल्सो, प्लीज कीप दैट इन माइंड। दिस इज अ डिस्कशन, द होल पर्पस ऑफ डिस्कशन इज दैट आप बोलो, मैं बोलूंगा, और फिर इसको जो हमारे पास में टॉपिक है ना, उस पर एक हम इन्फॉर्म्ड ओपिनियन बनाएंगे। आर यू गेटिंग मी और नॉट? इज इट मेकिंग सेंस? तो ये
Yes, sir.
नहीं है, और ये खासकर 2 3 कैंडिडेट है जिनको मैं नाम लूंगा, जिनको ये इम्प्रूव करना है। रितल, यू हैव अ ग्रेट पोटेंशियल बट यू आर जस्ट वेस्टिंग इट। आप आ रहे हो, एक लाइन बोल रहे हो, 2 लाइन बोल रहे हो, ये भी नहीं देख रहे हो कि कोई सुन रहा है नहीं सुन रहा है, डिस्कशन में ऐड हो रहा है, इससे वैल्यू नहीं हो रहा है, बस बोल दे रहे हो। नितिन, इसको तुमने इम्प्रूव करा है बाद में, बट नितिन यू ऑल्सो हैव टू इम्प्रूव। अभिषेक राव, चेंज करना है, इसको इम्प्रूव करना है। गौरव चौहान, तुम इम्प्रूव करना है, ठीक है। बाकी मैं एक बार फीडबैक सब पे दूंगा जिसका जिसका डिस्कशन है। तो ये समझ में अंडरस्टूड कि कैसे बोलना है, क्या बोलना है। ये ध्यान रखना कि आप अगर 10 बार बोल रहे हो तो कोशिश करो कि 5 से 6 बार ऐड हो पॉइंट, कुछ आपका पॉइंट सुने। और बहुत छोटी छोटी चीजें जो मैंने बताई ना, कि लेट मी ऐड पॉइंट, आई हैव अ गुड पॉइंट, या सामने वाला के पॉइंट को अप्रिशिएट करके, ठीक है, एडिंग टू योर पॉइंट। बहुत सारे तरीके आप खुद से भी कर सकते हो। और मैं लिटरली बता रहा हूँ, मेरे को आई थिंक, नहीं मैं रिकॉल नहीं कर पा रहा हूँ कि पहले जीडी में होगा, जब शुरू शुरू में थोड़ा सा अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट रहता था मैं, ड्यू टू वेरियस रीजंस, तो उस समय मैं नहीं बोल पाता था। बट इन लेटर अटेम्प्ट्स आई वाज नॉट फेसिंग डिफिकल्टी इवन इन द फिश मार्केट सिचुएशन। और ये आना चाहिए आपको, ठीक है, कि हाउ टू गेट थिंग्स डन। कोई आपको नहीं बोलेगा कि अच्छा अच्छा बोलो, ठीक है। और हो सकता है आप गौरव की तरह हो तो बोलोगे नहीं नहीं, मैं क्यों बोलूंगा, मैं तो नहीं बोलूंगा, मैं तो अच्छा बच्चा हूँ, है ना। मेरे को जब सब शांत होगा तब बोलने देंगे, क्या गौरव? पुट ऑन ए
Right,
वीडियो।
sir.
एक मूवी है इरफान खान की, और कोंकणा सेन शर्मा है। मतलब इफ यू डोंट हैव योर एसएसबी इन नियर फ्यूचर, एटलीस्ट इन अपकमिंग 30 days, go and search it. Is I think Life and Metro or something. So they were having a discussion, and watch such movies. It will give you idea. मतलब मूवी सिर्फ ऐसा रोम कॉम कॉमेडी के लिए ही नहीं देखो, इनसाइट्स के लिए भी देखना। तो उसपे बोलता है ना कि एक मेरा दोस्त है ना, उसने गाड़ी ली है, बहुत अच्छी गाड़ी, नई गाड़ी, मान लो कुछ भी होगा, अच्छी गाड़ी, कोई रोल्स रॉयस तो नहीं बोल सकते, बट मान लो क्या मर्सिडीज ली है, ठीक है, ब्रांड न्यू, ई क्लास जी क्लास जो बोलो, ठीक है। और बोल रहा है ना कि मैं रोड पे चलाऊंगा ना तो स्क्रैचेज आ सकते हैं, तो जिस दिन सारा ट्रैफिक सिग्नल ग्रीन रहेगा ना, उसी दिन मैं निकालूंगा। तो जिन जो ये एक्ट्रेस होती है, नायिका होती है, वो बोलती है कि तुम्हारा दोस्त बेवकूफ है क्या। So there is never going to be a all green traffic signals. You have to jump, ठीक है, और someone else will take your place. It is not, ये मैं बात कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि अगर आप नहीं बोलोगे तो कोई ना कोई तो और बोलेगा है ना उस 15 मिनट में। और ट्रस्ट में, इसमें आपका कंपटीशन आप खुद हो एसएसबी में, और सारे एग्जाम में, कि आपका एक क्वेश्चन गलत होता है, एक क्वेश्चन सही होता है, सिलेक्शन इधर उधर हो जाता है, ठीक है। और या दूसरा आपसे बेहतर करता है, इसमें नहीं है, आपको बेहतर करते रहना है। यू हैव टू कीप ऑन इम्प्रूविंग, यू हैव टू मतलब हमेशा वो करते रहना है कि नहीं। और ये अनविलिंगनेस कहीं से भी दिखेगा ना, मैं बता रहा हूँ, अभी एक दो स्टूडेंट क्लास में, रिकॉर्डिंग हो रहा है, मैं नाम नहीं लेना चाहूंगा, बट रिकॉर्डिंग की बात बताना। These students have, I mean, not say immense potential, but they have a potential that they can get recommended. A candidate with average caliber and who is willing to do things, who is willing to learn things, and who has learned something can get recommended. But the candidate who has high IQ, I think Amina was such one candidate. There was one more candidate जिसमें potential बहुत है, but he is not disciplined, he is not willing to do things, he can never do it. ही कैन नेवर गेट रिकमेंडेड, ठीक है। एंड ये करना होगा आपको, ठीक है, लगना चाहिए कि आप एफर्ट कर रहे हो, नहीं गल, वो समझ में आ जाएगा। दे आर DIPI ट्रेन, दे आल्सो विन थ्रू द सिमिलर प्रोसीजर एज ऑफ SSB, जैसे SSB होता है वैसे ही उन सब का भी होता है, ट्रेनिंग के बाद उनमें सेलेक्ट होते हैं, तो उनको फूल करना थोड़ा सा और डिफिकल्ट है। Here coming to the your participation in the discussion, GD1, the GD was what are the benefits that Ladakh has got by after separation from JNK. So it was two leads were there. The relevant speaker of the GD was Devesh, uh, Akash, Devesh and Akash only. Saksham and Anurag tried to put point, but he was not able to do it. ऋतिक, एक कुछ तुमने कंक्लूजन या कुछ ऐसा बोला था that went negative for you. Please don't do it. Those who have to improve from GD1, I'm telling you, it is Gaurav Chauhan. Please be assertive. I'm requesting you. Otherwise, you will keep getting, giving me heart. And trust me, worst of your breakups would hurt. मतलब उससे ज्यादा मेरे को बुरा लगता है ना when a candidate who has potential to get recommended and they get conference out and screen out. Or some of the most no happening nights or the most peaceful night, no, that you might have spent with your loved one, be it your girlfriend, boyfriend, partner, or maybe your family member, or maybe you went on a vacation. उससे भी बहुत ज्यादा खुशी होता है ना when a candidate जिसपे मेरे को बिलीव होता है और जिसपे मैं मेहनत कर रहा होता वो सेलेक्ट होता है. Recently, Rishabh got recommended and literally had tears in my eyes. The rest of two other candidates also got recommended. That was number for me. They got recommended, they have worked hard and all. बट करना है, ठीक है. सो ये गौरव चौहान तुम्हें करना ही है, ठीक है. गौरव चौहान, पवन मौर्य, वेयर इज पवन मौर्य? इज ही पार्ट ऑफ द क्लास?
Yes, sir.
पवन, ये नहीं है, क्विज नहीं चल रहा है कि आप पॉइंट आओगे जाओगे बोलोगे, ठीक है. बी असर्टिव, ट्राई टू कनेक्ट विद द ग्रुप. देन इट इज आफ्ताब, गौरव सिंह इम्प्रूव करना है, ठीक है. मतलब अभी पढ़ो तुम, अभी तुम पढ़े नहीं हो गौरव उस लेवल पे जिस लेवल पे तुमको पढ़ना चाहिए, मेरे को लगता है ऐसा, ठीक है. और ये शायद तुम्हारा ओपिनियन है कि तुम जानते हो, वो अभी उस हद तक सही नहीं है जिस हद तक तुम उसको सही मान रहे हो, ठीक है. तुम्हें जानकारी है लेकिन तुम जानते नहीं हो. बात समझ रहे हो? दोनों, मैं बात बोल रहा हूँ, दोनों में डिफरेंस है, ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
नरेंद्र मोदी एग्जिस्ट करता है, ये जानकारी है तुम्हारे पास में. नरेंद्र मोदी देश का प्रधानमंत्री और बीजेपी का हेड है, मतलब हेड नॉट इन अ पार्टी प्रेसिडेंट, बट ये क्या हो गया, जानना हो गया. मैं जो भी बोला था पता नहीं फ्लो में आता है, बात समझ गए हम, ठीक है. देन शिवम यादव, थोड़ा सा इम्प्रूव करो, ठीक है. ठीक था, बेहतर था, बट इसको बेहतर किया जा सकता है. बाकी लोग जिनका नाम जो GD1 में थे, जिनके बारे में मैं नहीं बोला हूँ, उनको बहुत इम्प्रूव करना है, ठीक है, दोनों लेवल पे. Then in GD2 participation that was good of Charanjit, I'm impressed. Abhinav Sharma, Devesh, Anvay, Nitin, all of you speak fantastically. Nitin, you have to be a bit more relevant. थोड़ा सा रेलेवेंसी का ध्यान दोगे, परसेंटेज ऑफ रेलेवेंसी, ठीक है. और नितिन, प्लीज बी रेगुलर इन द क्लास, ठीक है.
Yes, sir.
मैं ये रिपीट करता रहता हूँ, खासकर कि तुम्हारे दिमाग में ना घंटी बजता रहे. कैंडिडेट विथ मच, I'll not say much caliber, but candidate who were had less caliber than you have come, got recommended, and soon they might also get commissioned also. So keep that in mind. Then those who have to improve is Gaurav Chauhan, Rital, then अभिषेक राव. अभिषेक राव पढ़ना है. ये थोड़ा सा वाइडन करो अपने होराइजन को, अपने नॉलेज को एक जगह, और ये फिक्सेटिंग नहीं रखोगे, ठीक है. जैसे अभिषेक का था ना, ये सिर्फ हरियाणा पंजाब पे भी अटका हुआ था, नहीं करना है ऐसा, ठीक है. और कुछ ऐसी चीजें आ सकती है ना, कुछ भी ऐसा टॉपिक हो सकता है जिससे आप किसी भी तरीके से निगेटिवली, या कोई मतलब आपसे जुड़ा हुआ हो किसी भी तरीके से, ठीक है. हो सकता है जैसे कभी कभी ना बहुत अब्स्ट्रैक्ट टॉपिक भी दे देते हैं. जैसे वन टॉपिक कुड बी कि शादी के लिए क्या देखना चाहिए, ब्यूटी, एजुकेशन, कुछ भी ऐसा, फैमिली, या सेम कास्ट अपर कास्ट, कुछ भी ऐसा चीज. आप समझदार हो, आप एस्पायर कर रहे हो ग्रुप ए ऑफिसर बनने के लिए, आप एस्पायर कर रहे हो कि आप किसी को ऑर्डर दो ताकि वो अपनी लाइफ भी रिस्क पे लगा सके, शायद उसकी जान भी जा सके. तो आप अपना जो पर्सनल ओपिनियन है ना, वो प्राइवेट, मतलब उसको प्राइवेट ही रखोगे, ठीक है. जो रेलेवेंट है वो बोलोगे, अपने जो एक्सपीरियंसेस है उसको थोड़ा सा सेट असाइड करके रखोगे, खासकर जीडी में। देन मानसी, पार्टिसिपेशन ठीक था बट हल्का रेलेवेंट था, बट हल्का और इसको बढ़ा सकती हो तुम, ठीक है। शिखर को इम्प्रूव करना है, ऋतिक डेफिनेटली इम्प्रूव करना है, ठीक है। मनीष मैंने बता ही दिया था कि जो बोलने का तरीका थोड़ा सा वो चेंज करोगे आप। जो थर्ड जीडी था उसमें बस मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, शिखर वेट करना। थर्ड जीडी था उसमें बस अभिनव अन्वय ने अभिनव अन्वय पॉइंट्स दे पा रहे थे, जिनके पॉइंट्स रेलेवेंट भी थे जीडी से, बाकी सब बस बोल रहे थे। आकाश का पॉइंट्स एक दो ठीक था, बट आकाश वही है ना कि रेडियो मिर्ची और रेडियो ऑल इंडिया रेडियो में डिफरेंस मेंटेन करना है, ठीक है। और चरणजीत, एक गलती तुमसे हुई है उसमें कि आई थिंक अभिनव पे कोई पॉइंट बोल रहा था, उसमें तुमने एक ना इंटेंशनली इंटरप्शन किया है, ठीक है, वो ध्यान रखोगे।
बहुत ही खराब था ये।
नहीं नहीं, वो अभिनव जब उस समय आई थिंक अभिनव या अनवय कोई बोल रहा था, कुछ समय सब शांत थे और उसने अपना पॉइंट फिनिश नहीं किया था, वो बोल ही रहा था। देन यू हैव डन इट, ठीक है। देखो मेरा है ना कि मेरे को कुछ भी है ना कि कैसे समझाया जाए, जैसे ये होता है ना गैल्वेनोमीटर, समझते हो, जो इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स बैकग्राउंड से या जिन्होंने 12th तक साइंस पढ़ी है, ये स्मॉल अमाउंट ऑफ करंट भी आता है ना, फिर भी डिफ्लेक्ट हो जाता है। तो आप छोटा सा भी गलती करोगे जो मतलब वहां पे जाके शायद मेजर हो सकता है, वो मैं बता दूंगा। नाउ इट इज योर ड्यूटी और योर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी टू वर्क अपॉन इट और इम्प्रूव इम्प्रूव करना इसको, ठीक है। ओके, या आई थिंक शिखर का क्वेश्चन था। शिखर, और पुट ऑन वीडियो, जब आप क्वेश्चन करोगे तो ये आपसे डिस्कस कर रहा हूँ तो वीडियो ऑन करके रखोगे, जल्दी बोलो शिखर।
यस सर, बस एक चीज पूछना था, जो लाइक ऑफलाइन एसएसबी होता है उसमें भी इतना ही बुरा हाल रहता है कि जीडीज वगैरह में?
पढ़े हो शिखर? अगर मैं तुमको अभी तीनों टॉपिक पे बोलने के लिए बोलूँ तो तुम 2-2 मिनट बोल सकते हो रेलेवेंट पॉइंट्स।
नहीं सर, वो तो ऑब्वियसली मतलब मेरा अवेयरनेस कम था टॉपिक से, बट लाइक इन जनरल बस
तो
पूछना
देखो
था।
अवेयरनेस कम रहेगा ना, जैसे सपोज करो कभी कभी होता है, आई हैव फ्रेंड सर्कल, मतलब सिविल्स में नहीं है लगभग, बाकी सिविल्स में भी ऐसे दो टाइप से हैं। सीनियर है एक जो IFOS है, फॉरेस्ट सर्विस में, ही इज आई मीन रैंक होल्डर, ऑल इंडिया रैंक है, टॉप 10 में ही थे। तो या ऐसे भी कुछ दोस्त हैं जो ऐसे आईटी फील्ड में काम करते हैं, तो वो जब आते हैं ना अपने दोस्तों से बात कर रहे होते हैं ना आईटी का कुछ भी ऐसा, तो मेरे को नहीं समझ में आता है। या कुछ ऐसा म्यूचुअल फ्रेंड्स में है, जब वो जाके अपने गांव वाले चीज़ों के बारे में बात कर रहे होते हैं ना कि हमारे गांव में ऐसे हुआ, इस चीज़ का काम चल रहा है, मैं नहीं बोल पाता हूँ। या कुछ ऐसे कॉमर्स वाले भी लड़के हैं जो बात करते रहते हैं कॉमर्स के बारे में, ठीक है। या कुछ जो ऐसे बेटिंग करते हैं, बेटिंग के बारे में बात कर रहे होते हैं, मैं नहीं समझ पाता हूँ, चाहे मैं नहीं कुछ बोल पाता हूँ। पता है क्यों? क्योंकि मेरे को उस चीज़ के रिगार्डिंग अवेयरनेस ही नहीं है। अगर मेरे को अवेयरनेस रहेगी मैं बोलूंगा ही बोलूंगा, ठीक है। तो रीड करना जरूरी है, पढ़ना जरूरी है, ठीक है, पढ़ो आप। अंडरस्टूड?
जी सर, लाइक बस आई वाज जस्ट आस्किंग अबाउट द एनवायरनमेंट, मतलब वो ऐसा ही रहता है वहाँ पे?
हाँ, ऑलमोस्ट ऐसा ही रहेगा, ठीक है। और हो सकता है इससे थोड़ा सा बढ़ के भी रहे। और उस केस में देखो, मैं बता रहा हूँ अभिनव और अनवय बोल पा रहे थे, और ऐसा नहीं है कि इसमें जो मोस्ट असर्टिव वॉइस है दैट इज ऑफ देवेश, he was not part in the third GD, despite that Abhinav and both of Anvay were able to put point। आकाश का भी पॉइंट थोड़ा सा नोटिसेबल होता है, had it been no had he मतलब सही तरीके से थोड़ा सा बोला रहता है वो असर्टिव होके, ठीक है। वो एकदम ऐसे मधुर आवाज में होता है ना कि म्यूजिक लगा दो रेडियो पे और वैसा तरह से रहता है। तो ये अब अगर जानकारी रहेगी आप बोल पाओगे, एज सिंपल एज दैट, ठीक है। चलो, और किसी का कुछ डाउट?
Sir, can we use a hand gesture in
A
interview
bit,
or in
very restricted, I'll suggest.
on interview point of view or in both GD and interview?
इंटरव्यू में मैं बोलूंगा बहुत कम करो, एकदम बेयर मिनिमम 1%, आधा परसेंट। जीडी में थोड़ा सा उसको मैक्सिमम 3-4% पे ले जा सकते हो, ठीक है। क्योंकि ना कभी कभी होता क्या है ना, दीज आर द नॉन वर्बल्स, ठीक है। और आप देखोगे कि अगर आपके पॉइंट्स को नहीं सुन रहा है या कुछ नहीं कर रहा है तो आपके हैंड मूवमेंट्स कुछ ज्यादा ही रैपिडली होंगे, ठीक है। और वो ना फिर एक इंड्यूसिंग इफेक्ट, मेरी समझ में वो एक इंड्यूसिंग इफेक्ट करेगा कि आप थोड़ा सा एंक्सियस हो गए, तो फिर वो परफॉर्मेंस को खराब करेगा। लेकिन अगर आप कंपोज हो खुद में, ठीक है, तो आप रिफ्लेक्ट करोगे, आप सोचोगे और आपका बॉडी ना उस तरीके से एडजस्ट करता रहेगा। लेकिन मेरे को लगता है, ये मेरी समझ है, ठीक है, आप ज्यादा हैंड मूवमेंट करोगे करोगे ना तो हो सकता है कि अगर आप नहीं बोल पा रहे हो तो कुछ दूसरे तरीके से भी जा सकता है। हो सकता है कि बगल वाले को आप मार भी दो या हाथ से भी ऐसे करने लग जाओ, आप रोकने लग जाओ। ठीक है,
ओके सर।
चलो। हाँ, अनवय।
सर ये इंटरव्यू के बारे में है, लाइक के साथ हम थोड़ा मस्ती मजाक कर सकते हैं, लाइक
अब ना
देखो
अनवय आवाज कट रहा है,
लास्ट
टाइप
एसएसबी
कर।
में मेरा
अनवय,
जो
अनवय की आवाज आप सभी को आ रही है?
हेलो सर, एम आई
हाँ,
ऑडिबल?
यस, यू आर ऑडिबल नाउ।
मैं ये बोल रहा था सर कि हम हंसी मजाक कर सकते हैं क्या इंटरव्यूअर के साथ,
A bit,
लाइक एक
it is a very
लास्ट।
very formal setting. Okay, it is like he is
सर
not less just हाँ बोलो, आप बोलो।
हाँ सर, जैसे कि लास्ट एसएसबी में एक था कि एक जो मेरा सब्सिक्वेंट चेस्ट नंबर था, वो जस्ट कोट वोट पहन के गया था, तो इंटरव्यूअर बोलते हैं कि समवन इज लुकिंग
आवाज कट रहा है
वन,
अनवय,
तो
अनवय आवाज कट रहा
ऑल्दो
है। प्लीज रीजॉइन करो, मतलब या अनम्यूट करके फिर से बोलो, नेटवर्क में आओ आप। देखो मेरी समझ में है ना कि इंटरव्यूइंग ऑफिसर, मैं थोड़ा सा ना हो सकता है कि अनऑर्थोडॉक्स एग्जांपल दूंगा, पर आप समझने की कोशिश करना। इंटरव्यूइंग ऑफिसर इज नॉट लेस देन योर इन लॉ और पोटेंशियल इन लॉ आल से। For boys, it could be your father-in-law, potential father-in-law, and for girls, similar mother-in-law. So definitely कोशिश करो कि उतना ही फ्रैंक हो जितना होना चाहिए, ज्यादा नहीं होना है। आपको समझना है कि एट द एंड ऑफ द एवरी कॉन्वर्सेशन ही इज जजिंग यू, ही इज फॉर्मिंग एन ओपिनियन अबाउट यू। सो रिस्पॉन्सिबली बोलना है। बाकी ठीक है, अगर हाँ हंसी मजाक कर रहा है कर सकते हो आप, जोक बोलने के लिए बोल रहा है बोल सकते हो आप। ठीक है, तो ऐसा नहीं है, बट ये ध्यान में रखना है कि वट एवर यू आर टेलिंग, ऑलमोस्ट एवरीथिंग इज फॉर्मिंग एन ओपिनियन अबाउट यू। आई थिंक बाकी लोग जिनका क्वेश्चन नहीं भी था उनको ये क्लैरिटी मिली, देवेश एंड रेस्ट ऑफ यू।
Yes, sir,
Yes,
got
sir.
it.
ठीक है, अब ठीक है, ये बोलने का तरीका हो सकता है, पर मेरे को नहीं लग रहा है कि अम, मैं रहता तो मैं ऐसे नहीं बोलता, या मैं बोलता है कि सर आप बेहतर लग रहे हो सर, और सर यू आर ऑल्सो लुकिंग गुड। ठीक है, बट ये ना थोड़ा सा टॉन्ट टाइप से लग रहा है मेरी समझ में। तो या आप बोल सकते हो कि सर यू आर ऑल्सो लुकिंग गुड, और थैंक यू बोल के। ठीक है, ज्यादा अप्रोप्रिएट यही होगा मेरी समझ में कि यू जस्ट से द क्वेश्चन इज दैट लास्ट एसएसबी आईओ ने एक स्टूडेंट को बोला समवन इज लुकिंग स्मार्ट, तो जो कैंडिडेट था ये वो बोला कि नॉट मोर देन माई आईओ। तो ठीक है, ये चल सकता है, ऐसा उसमें है नहीं, बट मेरे को लगता है थैंक यू बोल के बोलो कि सर यू आर ऑल्सो लुकिंग गुड, यू आर ऑल्सो लुकिंग हैंडसम और ग्रेट, बोल सकते हो। लेडी क्या लेडी आई हो रहे हैं ऐसे तो शायद मेरे को नहीं लगता अभी तक मिली है, पर ध्यान से देखना। ठीक है, और एक और चीज, आई थिंक जब ये डिस्कशन में आया, लेडी कैंडिडेट जो अगर सुन रही है क्लास में, देयर इज अ बेयर मिनिमम चांसेस कि कुछ बहुत यंग जो होंगे जीटीओ, या खासकर जीटीओ ही बोलूंगा, डो नॉट ट्राई टू क्रिएट एन इम्प्रेशन, और मे बी समझ रहे हो मैं क्या बोलना चाह रहा हूँ, तो कोशिश नहीं करना, नहीं तो आपका तो थोड़ा सा दिक्कत होगा ही, और जीटीओ को भी दिक्कत हो जाता है। ठीक है, चलो, अभिषेक राव। अरे बोलो क्या डाउट है अभिषेक, मनीष बोलो।
Yes, so in the second JD, you said we have the topic water bodies depleting day by day. Give reasons for that, and you have given three leads for that. But in the second GD, it was not about the giving the reason, but giving the solutions for the reason. डिप्लीशन ऑफ द वाटर। तो सर ये इसको टैकल कैसे करें? मतलब वो पॉइंट कुछ और पूछा था और बोला कुछ और जा रहा था, डिस्कशन में डिस्कस कुछ और हो रहा था।
देखो ज्यादातर लोग वो डिस्कशन के साथ सॉल्यूशन भी बोल रहे थे जो कि सही नहीं था, बट इवेंचुअली कुछ तो बोल रहे थे जिससे डिस्कशन हो रहा था। रेलेवेंसी अगर उस तरीके से देखोगे तो हाँ वो था कि
मतलब सर वो स्टार्ट ही नहीं किया था, कोई रीजन कोई दे नहीं, वो सीधे
नहीं
सॉल्यूशन चालू हो गया था
नहीं नहीं, रीजन भी
स्टार्टिंग।
दिया है शुरू में। रितल ने एक दो बार बोला है, ठीक है, चरणजीत ने बोला है, फिर देखना रिकॉर्डिंग में होगा ही। एक और कैंडिडेट किसने बोला है ना, आई थिंक अभिनव शर्मा, तुम भी शायद बोले हो ना अभिनव उस पे, मेरे को जहां तक मैं रिकॉल कर पा रहा हूँ। यू हैव
किस
गिवन
पे
सम,
सर?
जो वाटर इशू था कि डिप्लेट क्यों कर रहा है उसका रीजन, नितिन ने भी एक दो पॉइंट्स बोले हैं उस पे, ठीक है। तो बोला है, बाद में भले डिस्कशन चला गया उधर, पर ठीक है ऐसा होगा ही, ठीक है। तो उसके लिए ज्यादा वो वरी नहीं करो, जितना बोल पा रहे हो बोलना। मनीष क्या, अनम्यूट करो, बोलो जल्दी।
सर वो परफॉर्मेंस का आपने कुछ बताया नहीं, थर्ड वाले जीडी का, तो
थर्ड
वो
वाले में बोल तो रहे थे, पर वो सही तरीके से रेलेवेंट कुछ ऐड नहीं हो पा रहा था, बोले जा रहे थे पर उससे कुछ आ नहीं रहा था, कोई तुम्हारा उतना सही तरीके से सुन नहीं रहा था। तो पॉइंट वाली पार्टिसिपेशन था पर रेलेवेंट नहीं था।
राइट सर, राइट।
चलो, हाँ रितल।
सर जैसे थर्ड जीडी में कोई किसी का सुन नहीं रहा था, तो उसमें हम पॉइंट्स कैसे रखे? कितना भी बोल रहे थे तो भी सुनाई नहीं दे रहा था, पॉइंट
आपने
रिलेट
एक
ही
बार
नहीं।
भी बोला है कि लेट मी ऐड पॉइंट, ऐसे तो दिक्कत था थर्ड जीडी में, कुछ ज्यादा ही कैंडिडेट पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे थे, पर फिर भी इससे कम मेरे को नहीं लगता है शायद पीपीटी में रहेंगे। वर्ड मतलब आपने एक दो बार भी ऐसा बोला कि लेट मी ऐड पॉइंट और वन पॉइंट दैट आई वांट टू ऐड, ऐसा कुछ एनीथिंग?
तो स्टार्टिंग में मतलब सब जब एक साथ हो गए थे तो मैंने बोला था कि लेट्स स्पीक वन बाय वन, पर कोई सुन ही नहीं रहा था, सब अपने से ही बोले ही जा रहे थे।
अच्छा कोई नहीं, देखो अब इसमें तो आपको थोड़ा सा स्किल पे अपने काम करना होगा, अगर बोल पाते हो तो ऐसा। लेकिन ऐसा सिचुएशन जीडी में नहीं होगा, जैसा थर्ड जीडी में हुआ था वैसा नहीं होगा, तो डोंट वरी।
ओके सर।
सर आपको मेरा भी कोई पॉइंट्स थर्ड जीडी में सुनाई दिया था कि नहीं दिया था? बिल्कुल भी
नहीं, पॉइंट्स तो बोल रहे थे पर रिलेवेंट पॉइंट टाइप से तो मेरे को नहीं सुनाई दिया, तुमने दो या तीन बार ही बोला है।
हाँ सर, वो बहुत ही क्योटिक था, मेरे को जबरदस्ती घुसना पड़ा उसमें कि बोल देता हूँ।
कोई बात नहीं, अरे करो
मेरे
कभी
साथ
कभी
भी
ना,
ऐसे ही सिनेरियो हो गया था सर, रिलेवेंट ही उठाया था मैंने
कभी
टॉपिक।
कभी ना उतना मतलब अगर ऐसा रहता है ना तो उतना सोचो नहीं, ठीक है।
हाँ सर,
और
वो
घुस जाओ,
इसलिए
जैसे मेरे को
जबरदस्ती
नहीं लग
आना
रहा है
पड़ा।
कि अभिनव अभिनव जब ऐसे बोला है ना, तो अभिनव बोल इसीलिए पा रहा था क्योंकि उतना सोच नहीं रहा था, वो बस बोला था कि मेरे को बोलना है, ठीक है। या अन्वय का भी, तो जब ऐसा
सेकंड
सिचुएशन है ना, देखो कभी कभी होता है ना कि आप सोच के काम करते हो, है ना, कि एकदम प्लान करते हो कि हाँ करे नहीं करे कर, और कभी कभी ना आपको करना पड़ता है, बहुत ज्यादा सोचते हो। तो ये जो थर्ड वाला जीडी था अनफॉर्चुनेटली वैसा ही हो गया था। चलो, और किसी का कुछ डाउट? हाँ अभिनव।
सर सर मतलब पॉइंट वैलिड नहीं थे क्या?
नहीं नहीं, पॉइंट वैलिड थे, तभी तो बोले अब बनो मत, ठीक है। अच्छा परफॉर्म की हो, तारीफ कर रहा हूँ तो ज्यादा तारीफ सुनना चाह रहे हो, है ना। अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस है तुम्हारा। सबसे बेहतर अगर मेरे को बोला जाए तो देवेश का ही था, देवेश हैज लेफ्ट थ्रू आउट, देन चरणजीत, देन अभिनव शर्मा, आकाश, एंड वन मोर कैंडिडेट, एक और किसी का नाम किसने मैंने नहीं लिया, और अनवय तिवारी, एंड देन नितिन आई गेस, बस बाकी लोगों को इम्प्रूव करना है। चलो, और कुछ है, एनीथिंग टू डिस्कस? आई गेस नॉट। तो अभी करना क्या आप सभी को, जो डिस्कशन में थे या जो चले भी गए, जो रिकॉर्डिंग देख रहे हैं, तीन टॉपिक पे हमने डिस्कस किया है। एक था कि लद्दाख को क्या फायदा हुआ है, किस तरीके का फायदा हुआ है, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट, और एक और था लीडर, सुनोगे शुरू में क्या था, मैं बोल ही देता हूँ, रुक जाना एक मिनट, ठीक है। कि थर्ड ये था कि इंडिया को क्या बेनिफिट हुआ यूएस के साथ बेहतर रिलेशन करने पे, इकोनॉमिक बेनिफिट हुआ है, मिलिट्री बेनिफिट हुआ है, या जियो पॉलिटिकल या डिप्लोमेटिक लेवल पे बेनिफिट हुआ है। इंडिया में जो वाटर लेवल राइज कर रहा है इसके पीछे क्या रीजन है, रैपिड इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन, इंक्रीजिंग पॉपुलेशन, और एक पॉइंट था कि हम वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग सही तरीके से नहीं कर पा रहे, ठीक है। और जो पहला जीडी था उसमें कि लद्दाख को क्या फायदा हुआ है जेएनके और लद्दाख के सेपरेशन से, ठीक है। तो इसका एक तो था कि एक था कि वहां पे डेवलपमेंट बढ़ा है, ठीक है। वहां के मुद्दों को एक क्या क्या पहले वाले का मेरे को थोड़ा सा टॉपिक लीड याद नहीं आ रहा है
हाँ
किसी।
सर, फर्स्ट वन था लेस इंसर्जेंसी, सेकंड था बेटर लिवलीहुड, एंड थर्ड वन पॉलिटिकल रिकॉग्निशन, एंड फोर्थ वन डेवलपमेंट।
हाँ, तो वही है कि इंसर्जेंसी कम हुई है। लद्दाख में भी इंसर्जेंसी था पहले, अगर देखोगे कारगिल इन सब एरिया में या उधर तो था। तो लेस इंसर्जेंसी, मोर डेवलपमेंट,
बेटर लिवलीहुड।
हाँ, बेटर लिवलीहुड और वॉइसेस टू द पीपल, जो वही है, ठीक है। तो ये करके लिख के भेजोगे, हम फिर मिलते हैं अगले क्लास में। मीनवाइल टेक केयर, और रिकॉर्डिंग को मैं अभी ऑफ कर रहा हूँ। चलो, थैंक यू फॉर
सर
ज्वाइनिंग द
एक
क्लास,
डाउट
कीप
था
लर्निंग, विल मीट सून। यार बोलो।
सर, जैसे ये सारी लीड्स पे अपना पॉइंट लिखना है या फिर एक लीड पकड़ के वो लिखना है
नहीं,
सारे
उसमें
टॉपिक्स
आपको
पे?
सारे पे लिखने हैं, ठीक है। आप
ओके सर।
डिस्कशंस में जो भी पॉइंट आए हैं वो, और इन जनरल आप पढ़ के भी इसके बारे में, टॉपिक के बारे में, और देखो करोगे, मतलब पॉइंट्स ना आप गैदर करोगे, ठीक है। डिस्कशन वाले पॉइंट्स भी इंटरनेट से भी, फिर प्रोसेस करके खुद से लिखोगे, या शॉर्ट नोट्स बना लोगे, जो जो पॉइंट समझ में आ रहा है उसको, उसके बाद उसको पढ़ के खुद से लिखना है आपका। मेरे को आपका ओपिनियन चाहिए, ठीक है।
ओके
भले
सर।
ही ओपिनियन बोरोड हो सकता है, कॉपीड नहीं होना चाहिए। मतलब बोरोड और कॉपी में थोड़ा सा अंतर होता है कि कॉपीड में है कि आप पूरा पूरा वही छाप दे रहे हो, बोरोड में है कि आप वो सोच रहे हो, फिर आपको जो समझ में आ रहा है वो लिखना है, ठीक है।
यस सर।
अरे यार, ये डाउट खत्म ही नहीं हो रहा, डाउट जॉम भी हो गया हुआ है। हाँ देवेश, ऐसे पूछ सकते हो, मेरा बस एक्सप्रेशन है
सर
वो।
डाउट नहीं है,
हाँ,
मतलब कैंडिडेट पूछ रहे थे ना, आप अभिनव का बोल रहे थे कि लास्ट में उसने, अभिनव ने थर्ड जीडी में ज्यादा कुछ ऐड नहीं किया, पर जब उसने पॉइंट बोला उसने इतना असर्टिवली इतना अच्छा पॉइंट दिया कि ऐसी भीड़ में ना
हाँ,
जीटीओ का ऐसे कान खड़ा हो जाता है।
एग्जैक्टली
इसलिए
वही तो मैं बोल रहा था। मतलब हाँ, पॉइंट बहुत कुछ ऐसा खास नहीं दिया था, बट है ना, मैं उसके लिए तो उसको पॉइंट मिलेगा ना कि इतना में बोल रहे हैं, उसमें आप बोल पा रहे हो, आप अपने पॉइंट पूरे सही तरीके से रख पा रहे हो, तो यही है। चलो, अब हम उसको ओपन किए हैं तो थोड़ा सा हम करते हैं। दोज हु वर नॉट पार्टिसिपेटिंग, व्हाट आर योर की टेक अवे? I'll go one by one। हम करते हैं 10-15 मिनट और क्लास हम चलाते हैं इसको। आफ्ताब, क्या था तुम्हारा टेक? थोड़ा
Yes.
सा शॉर्ट रहोगे, ठीक है। 20 सेकंड 30 सेकंड से ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लेना, क्विकली। हाँ, ओके। आकाश।
सर वही रेलिवेंसी, और आप जो वो कह रहे हो रेडियो
नहीं
वाला
नहीं,
आपका
अरे
बोल रहे हो।
मतलब जो आप जब नहीं बोल रहे थे
हम्म।
तो वो डिस्कशन कैसा था उसके रिगार्डिंग, और वीडियो ऑन करके बोलोगे।
सर सर आज तो पूरी बसट थी सर, प्रॉपर वाली। तो पीपीडीटी की याद आ गई सर, जीडी देख के।
नहीं, बट हैव यू पार्टिसिपेटेड इन डिस्कशन 2?
नहीं सर, आई वाज इन डिस्कशन 1 एंड डिस्कशन 3 सर।
तो डिस्कशन 2 तो अच्छे से हुआ यार। मतलब अगर मैं असेस करने के लिए बोल रहा हूँ तो करो ना सही से।
सर
अच्छा, हवा।
डिस्कशन 2 वाज गुड सर, पॉइंट्स आ रहे थे, रेलिवेंट थे। और एक सर मेरे को लग रहा है, मैं हो सकता है गलत हूँ, मेरे को जैसे चंद्रप्रीत मैम का लग रहा था कि वो एक ही पॉइंट है ना, वो रिपीट करती हैं बार बार। हो
कौन?
सकता है कि मैं
चरणजीत?
गलत हूँ और मेरे को नहीं सुन रहा वो चीज़।
चरणजीत का था, पर वो
जी जी।
दूसरे तरीके से उस पॉइंट को बोल रहे थे। उसमें ना नए नए चीजें आ रही थी, ठीक है, जो कि बहुत हद तक वो अपने लीड को डिफीट कर रहे, मतलब वो कर रहे थे, डिफेंड कर रही थी कि जो था ना कि हम रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग वाली चीजों को कर सकते हैं, उसको और बेहतर कैसे किया जा सकता है, उसके पोटेंशियल को।
सर जैसे उन्होंने ना एक पॉइंट पुट किया था कि घर के बाहर रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग होनी चाहिए, मैंने 3-4 बार शायद मेरे को सुनाई दिया।
नहीं,
बसड़ में
हाँ,
वैसे
बहुत हद तक था, वही था। बट स्टिल अगर आप देखो, कंपैरिजन करो कि अपने लीड को डिफेंड करना और रेलेवेंसी मेंटेन करना, उसके लिए उसके हिसाब से ठीक था वो, ठीक है। अच्छा, ठीक है। और
मेरे
देखो,
अकॉर्डिंग तो
क्रिटिकल जब तक आप क्रिटिकल नहीं होगे ना खुद के या दूसरे के, तब तक आप उतना अच्छे से सीख नहीं पाओगे। ओके। चलो, मैं किसी किसी से ही पूछता हूँ, सबसे नहीं पूछता हूँ। गौरव, व्हेन यू हैड नॉट पार्टिसिपेटेड, हाउ वाज द डिस्कशन एंड व्हाट यू हैव सीन, ऑब्जर्व्ड? गौरव चौहान।
सर इन ग्रुप 3 देयर वाज नो पॉइंट, मतलब किसी का
अच्छा,
कुछ
हाँ,
समझ नहीं आ रहा था,
ठीक।
बेस की आवाज आ रही थी बस,
चलो, ठीक है।
उसमें कोई
ग्रुप
कुछ
थ्री
नहीं।
वाले नहीं कुछ, मतलब ग्रुप थ्री पे किसी को बोलना है। देवेश ने एक अच्छा पॉइंट ऐड करा था अभिनव के बारे में, बाकी किसी को ग्रुप थ्री पे बोलना है, अदर देन की ग्रुप का डिस्कशन अच्छा नहीं था। ओके, आई टेक दैट एज नो। ग्रुप 2 पे किसी ने कुछ जो बोल नहीं रहे थे, उन्होंने कुछ ऐसा पॉइंट नोट करा है जो डिस्कशन के रिगार्डिंग या कुछ भी जो मैनर हुआ है उसमें? किसी का कुछ नहीं? आकाश तुमने बोल दिया, पहले ही बोल दिया। अरे नहीं, ऐसे नहीं कैसे चलेगा यार। सोचो, अगर आप नहीं पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हो तो ऑब्जर्व तो करो, सीखो, जज करो, तभी तो सीख पाओगे आप।
सर वही जो मैंने बोला कि लोग रीजन को बताने की जगह सॉल्यूशन पे ज्यादा ध्यान दे रहे थे, बहुत ही ज्यादा।
देखो
सेकंड जीडी में
मतलब वो ना सॉर्ट ऑफ बहुत फाइन लाइन से वो था, क्या बोलते हैं, फाइन लाइन का डिफरेंस था बहुत हद तक। बट अगर देखो डिस्कशन में जा रहा है ना, तो अगर आपके माइंड में है तो आप ले आ सकते हो, ठीक है।
सर एक क्वेश्चन है, जैसे अब मैंने ये बोला कि रीजन से हट के सब सॉल्यूशन पे ज्यादा ध्यान दे रहे हैं और मैक्सिमम लोग बोल रहे हैं, और मैं चाहता हूँ कि उसको किसी तरीके से वापस से रीजन पे डिस्कस करें, क्योंकि मेरे पास रीजंस के पॉइंट ज्यादा है।
हाँ
तो
तो कर
उसको
सकते हो,
कैसे
तो
स्टार्ट
आप
करते हैं सर?
बोलो कि ओके, वेल पुट योर पॉइंट, बट आई थिंक वी हैव टू डिस्कस द रीजन एंड आई थिंक रीजन कुड बी दिस। ठीक है, एक और कैंडिडेट था कोई, ऋतिक था आई थिंक, हाँ ऋतिक ने ही कुछ बोला है उस समय GD1 में कि हमने कुछ डिस्कस करा है, एक पॉइंट छोड़ा है, और ये सारा बात बोल के ना उसने उस पॉइंट को ऐड नहीं किया है। कुछ स्पोर्ट्स या कुछ तो था, उसने सारा मतलब भूमिका पूरा बना दिया पर पॉइंट कुछ ऐड नहीं किया उस पे, ठीक है। तो अगर आपके पास में सॉलिड पॉइंट है तब बोल सकते हो। बाकी ग्रुप जा रहा है अगर ऐसे ही लगभग इन जनरल जा रहा है तो करते रहो, हल्का हल्का सा अपना पॉइंट ऐड कर देना। ओके, GD1 पे किसी का कुछ टेक अवे है और समथिंग दैट यू हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड? एनीवन? आकाश तुम थे GD1 में, पर बोलो।
सर मैं एक पॉइंट पुट कर रहा हूँ बस, वैसे ये चीज रेलिवेंट बहुत कम को लगेगी। एक्चुअली ना लोग है ना इंटिमिडेटेड है देवेश से, और ये वो भी जानता है कि जब वो पॉइंट पुट करता है तो बीच में सब रुक जाते हैं। तो ये चीज सर वो
हाँ तो
छोड़ेगा,
ठीक
मतलब
है ना,
वो छोड़नी पड़ेगी, वो उसकी
तो
गलती नहीं है,
वो तो
उसको तो
SSB में भी होगा आपके, ठीक है। अब जाके रूम में बात करोगे, जैसे मैं अपने अटेम्प्ट्स की बात कर रहा हूँ। एक इट वाज इन भोपाल, द कैंडिडेट हैड राइट नाउ हिज पायलट इन एयरफोर्स, he was previously recommended and the way he had read and all। तो जब बात करता था ना कैंडिडेट में इसमें, तो हम सब लोग सुनते थे, ठीक है, मतलब लिटरली, और बहुत रेलेवेंट बोलता था। होता है ना कि आप जाते हो जिस दिन, एक तो CDS IMA एंट्री में एक दिन पहले ही चले जाते हो, PPDT के पहले ही, तो उस दिन भी थोड़ा बहुत बात होता है कि सब लोग ऐसे ही, मतलब यू नो ना, बॉयज तो बकैती करते रहते हो। उसमें एक बंदा होता है जो पॉइंट भले ही ह्यूमरस भी बोलता है पर बहुत सलीके से बोलता है, ठीक है। फिर अगले दिन जब स्क्रीनिंग हो जाते हैं तो आके बात करते रहते हैं, उस समय में भी वो अच्छे से बोलता है कि ये दैट। और तो उतना समय तो आप समझ जाते हो कि अच्छा कि किसको काटना है किसको नहीं काटना है। तो इट इज अप टू यू कि आप कितना भौकाल जमा सकते हो।
नहीं नहीं सर, इट इज रियली गुड फॉर हिम और बाकी
हाँ
सबके लिए, लेकिन है ना बस
हाँ
वो
तो ये
पॉइंट है
कर, हाँ तो दैट इज द रीजन दैट इफ यू आर अ वेल रेड कैंडिडेट, यू हैव दैट आर्टिकुलेशन स्किल, इट इज गोइंग टू बी, आई मीन हमेशा आगे रहोगे, ठीक है। और ट्रस्ट मी ना, गेटिंग रिकमेंडेड इन SSB एंड इज अ लेस ऑफ योर, I'll say it is a, I'll not say step zero also, मतलब ठीक है एक बहुत है, but the medicals, the training, then once you get inside forces, then first 6 months of your training at your relevant whatever regiment or the unit that you have, तो it is a long list, ठीक है। और आपको सच में बात करने आना चाहिए, सच में आप कैसे आपको प्रेजेंट करना है तो आना चाहिए। तो ये होगा, रखो आप। और वो कैंडिडेट ना, वो तो सबको पता था कि वो रिकमेंड होगा, वो उसमें रिकमेंड हुआ। ही वेंट फॉर, ही ज्वाइंड इंडियन मिलिट्री एकेडमी एंड ही वांटेड टू ज्वाइन इंडियन एयरफोर्स एज अ पायलट फॉर परमानेंट कमीशन। Then he, from Indian Military Academy, he again went for SSB. Okay, he again got recommended, and later he got commissioned from AFA, and he was two-time All India Rank 1. His name is Prabhash Samhota. He was All India Rank 1, CDS 1 2019 and CDS 2 2019 for AFA. Okay, बाकी देवेश ऐसा नहीं है, देवेश एक रिटर्न रिटर्न क्लियर नहीं किया है, ठीक है, तो इतना भौकाल नहीं दूंगा।
नहीं सर, मेरा ऐसे कोई
अरे
पर्सनली
ठीक
मैं
है
नहीं है
बस।
सर, मैं तो बाकियों को
अरे
बोल रहा हूँ, मैं तो
हाँ, अरे
पॉइंट।
वो ऐसे ही बोल रहा था मैं भी कि देवेश ज्यादा चने के झाड़ पे न चढ़ जाए, इसके लिए मैं भी बोल दे रहा। ठीक है, चलो। So overall, I'm delighted to have this conversation and session that we had
सर
right.
एक बार रिपीट करेगा, आकाश क्या कह रहा था, मैं सुन नहीं पाया था।
हाँ, रिकॉर्डिंग में देख लेना, क्लास रुक जा, रिकॉर्डिंग ऑफ कर लेना, फिर बात करते हैं इस पे।
अच्छा
चलो,
ठीक है।
so delighted to have such session, and even that I was tired, and after long working hours and all, when I come to session, it really refreshes me, and it is not because that this is a class and I love to teach. It is one of the reasons. The second thing is that when I see some candidates improving, then my hope and my expectations goes. और जिसको गलत भी करता है ना, उसको मैं समझा देता हूँ। जैसे गौरव ने गलती किया, तो मैं अब एक्सपेक्ट करता हूँ ना कि गौरव ये गलती ना करे, या गौरव को समझ में आ जाए। तो दैट गिव्स मी अ होप और सम सॉर्ट ऑफ क्या बोलते हैं उसको, कि हाँ, दिस आई मीन दिस कैंडिडेट्स कैन गेट रिकमेंडेड, और वो दैट रिफ्रेशेस मी, दैट ब्रिंग्स डिलाइट टू। So I hope you will also improve yourself, and if you are consistent and regularly joining the classes and improving and working upon what you have been told to do so. So trust me, no one can stop you from getting recommended. And because in this SSB and in SSB, I'll say, uh, literally competition is with yourself only. Okay, so keep learning. We'll meet soon. Take care. Jai Hind.